Laredo, take us out.
Take her out.
All right! Yeah! Blast off! Take flight each and every Friday night. Join the fun and let's go off-world. Geek out! The slide where the nerdiness will thrive. Buckle up and let's go off-world. Toys, comics, pop culture news, movies and so much more. Matthew, Jesse, Curtis, and Sean are your guides on this fun-filled tour. Blast off! Take flight each and every Friday night. Join the fun and let's go off-world. Let's go off-world. Let's go off-world. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go off-world tonight.
Woohoo. It's OffWorld. It's Friday. Joe's not here. No tires are going to be kicked. No fires are going to be lit. It's a sad day in OffWorld history. So, yeah, that's what it is. But I'll have a few folks here with me. First, I mean, he's got to be here. He's Legendary Prime. Got Cosmic Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
Hi, Curtis.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah. Joe may join us later, but some sort of equipment malfunction at work, and I guess they don't have those Sphexian drills to like dig into the mines, and so they have to like fix some things. So Joe's working late. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it at all. Invites out there to the rest of the group. Not sure who's going to show up. We do have Oz. There's Oz. Hey, Oz.
What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. Quickly
That's
back.
all right. We're just sad that we're not able to kick.
That's way
any
too much
tires.
energy, guys. Way too much energy.
Yeah, we're not kicking tires and we're not lighting any fires right now. So
why don't we light tires and kick fires?
I didn't even think of that. I don't think you're supposed to light tires, but
I heard it's bad for that hole in the ozone, but didn't they close that up? I don't know.
We're past the ozone. We're off world.
Oh, that's true. We are off world. So yeah, light those tires, everybody. Yeah, we're just
those fires.
Yeah, kick the fires, light the tires, and we're gonna go from there. So, oh, wait a minute, we got somebody else who just popped in. Hey guys, what's
hey guys, let's go.
What's up?
I was actually taking a shit and missed the intro. Do you think you can play it again? Logan's jumping downstairs back there.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Tires and light the fires.
Laredo, take us out.
Take her out.
All right! Yeah! Blast off! Take flight each and every Friday night. Join the fun and let's go off-world. Geek out! The slide where the nerdiness will thrive. Buckle up and let's go
Beautiful. All right. So 2 intros. Tires are lit. We don't give a crap about the ozone.
Nope.
And, maybe
Bring
Joe will
back
be here. Maybe
Aquanet
Joe
big
won't
hair.
be here. But we're gonna be fine either way. We're gonna make it okay. We're gonna be all right. Let's see who's in the chat with us. We got Dave Orkin is out there.
Hey, Dave.
Yep. We got Who Less Some Warlock. I think he was doing a Joe G impression there.
It was pretty good. He had the whole mustache question thing going on. I dug it. We
got Bud out there. My buddy's cousin. I am TJ Williams. The H most definitely is silent. Darla Ackerman, I know her. I'm actually filming a How'd They Do That with her this weekend, so that should be fun.
Ooh.
We got Seth is in the house. JMax77. We got Rob Zamora. KB Toys. Man, I miss your store. I do. Blake, aka Recon Rage, is here. We got Trevor 16 Shooter. Somebody must have hit the like button. Kevin McCoy is here. Brad Johnson. And we got Eddie, Eduardo de Jesus. And MJ Staten in the house. MVP of reposting my links for my videos. So thanks, MJ. You are the best.
All the groups.
Yeah. He listen, he's been doing it better lately. Like, he's not hitting every group at once. I know I got some feedback for some folks, but he's doing a couple here and there, which is really nice. I appreciate it.
Hey, if I miss it in another group, I know I will find it in another group.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Folks don't want to log on and see their first 15 posts they see on Facebook is all my links to my video. I get it. But
but you're not posting it, MJ.
You know what?
I appreciate the guy. I did have some people ask me if that was my alternate account, though. So I did have some folks going, "Hey, are you really MJ?" I'm like, "No, I'm not MJ." So
you know what really helps though, as far as that link is concerned. Got to hit that notification bell, folks. If you hit the notification bell, it solves the issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Subscribe, hit a notification bell. All it takes.
I had been dropping my videos at 8 o'clock my time, which was 9 o'clock Eastern. But I saw I was doing some research this week on some like when are the best times to do it. Plus, I was looking at when people are actually watching it, and it looked like it was a little later in the morning. So I'm going to try maybe dropping it at 9 o'clock my time, which would be 10 Eastern. We'll see if that makes any sort of difference. I don't know that it will, but we'll give it a whirl. So
it's gonna be weird for me because like 9, I was getting into the groove, but that's just one person. So.
I'm also gonna change things up. So let me see if I've got that. I sent a message to Jesse this week. Let me see if I've got that on here. I can pull up to show people. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back with you.
Oh, that's what's happening, brother.
Not much, brother. Not much. So I saw earlier today we're talking. You got your shipping notification from the ISS, the International Space Station.
Yes, coming down from space,
and
it barely has any space things in it.
Insane.
Mostly fantasy, mythics. So
that's great though.
But
absolutely.
I have to build up the mythics because I spent most of last year on cosmics.
Understandably so. A lot of good figures, a lot of good stuff. I know you're showing. I made the joke earlier about the fact that that's because most of us didn't, buy one of everything that was in stock. So I'm glad to see the collection growing right there. I still have not got my shipping notice yet. Looking at you, Greg. Looking at you, buddy. I know it's all your fault.
He's only there on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
That's his excuse.
That's his excuse. I don't want excuses. I want my stuff, Greg.
All right, let me see if I can share this. It's from a notepad, so I don't know. Yeah, I think that'll work.
I think the customer service email gets attention to Cookie for that.
So, okay. So here's the thing. Getting the channel started on Art by Ackerman, I was posting, every single day. And that's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff. And I wanted to get it at least the first few weeks, so that, it's building some stuff up on the channel and kind of get people used to it. But I think I'm starting to settle into a little bit of a groove. And I think this is kind of what the new schedule is going to look like. And this is going to be like the ongoing gauntlet, 7 days of Curtis every week. So Sunday, you'll get me on Shooting the Shelf on the Just Shelve It channel. That's what those initials stand for. Monday, I'll drop my How'd They Do That videos. Tuesday, I want to like try something new. So just something I've never done before, or maybe a new technique or whatever. Wednesday, I think I'm going to do my like what's on my desk videos, which are going to be like more raw, less cut, less edited, just like seeing the reality of situation. So I dropped one this week, which was a complete disaster. I mean, I fucked up left and right, but people seem to like that. Thursday, maybe some sort of recommendation, tips, tools, techniques, something like that. Friday, be here on OffWorld with you guys, lighting tire fires. And then Saturday on PGG. So that still gives you 7 days of Curtis. But as far as like filming, editing stuff for the Art by Ackerman channel, it's only 4 days, which I think is doable. So that's kind of what I think I'm going to try to settle into. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. Now this week, I've got an extra show on Saturday because I'm doing a giveaway tomorrow night. Because I've already hit 1,250 subscribers. Actually, last time I looked, I was knocking on the door of 1,300. I was at 1,299. Looks like I actually lost some subscribers. I'm down to 90. So some people must not like the last content. But
you know what though? Sometimes you get that.
Yeah, it just kind of fluctuated. So I've got a giveaway tomorrow night. Going to be giving away a Wall Tour 2-pack from Legions Con, which has got the Cabal shirt on it. If you want the Cabal shirt, it's got both the skeleton Wall Tour and the cosmic one. Then giving away a Figure Obscura Bastet and a Figure Obscura Anubis. So some pretty cool giveaways, I think, tomorrow night. All you got to do is tune into the channel. I'll be doing it live, and we'll do it live. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm looking at. So you still get your fix of Curtis if you want, and if you don't want your fix of Curtis, you might need to just block MJ Staten. So that's probably the best way to do it.
I'm just
MJ,
a little
what do you
hurt.
mean by I need the shirt? What shirt?
He's talking about the Cabal shirt.
Yeah, the
I've
Cabal
got
shirt.
the Cabal shirt.
Yeah,
I need
Kevin's definitely got one, and you would know that if you watched him last night on the Legions Ladies, where him and Liz were on there doing the double Evanses. Yeah, the Evanses were on fire last night.
That they were. I tuned in.
Yeah.
She so wanted to be on camera, like just one camera. I was like, no, we got to fill the screen. You got to be in another room on another camera. And I was like, and then I was thinking in the back of the mind, if we were on the same camera, she's going to be like shoulder punching me the whole time. I was like, I'm glad I'm on a separate camera.
That's funny.
So I will say I was a little hurt to not see on your schedule though, as you become quite the regular on the Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yeah.
I didn't see any mentions of Clubhouse on there.
I didn't want to advertise that because, like, first off, there's no, like, I don't know what time I'm gonna get there, so people don't know what time to tune in to see me. Number one. Number two, there's also been times where I go to get in there and you just got your screen full, and so I can't get in. So while I would say 95 times out of 100, I probably will be on Oz's Clubhouse. There is a small chance that I won't be able to make it on the screen. So,
or is he just backstage?
What's that?
Or is he just backstage?
Yeah,
he doesn't hide backstage on Clubhouse. There is no backstage seating on Clubhouse.
Will he be backstage? I don't know.
I will say Clubhouse has grown to the point where if I jump out because I'm switching up my camera to go outside and smoke, it's gotten to the point, like even last Saturday, after most people had kind of jumped off and the show started to slow down, I switched it up. I jumped off the laptop, got onto the phone, went outside, sitting in my little carport where I smoke, and I'm sitting in there, and I go to load up StreamYard, and it's telling me, you can't enter the studio. It's full. And I'm like, what the hell kind of shit is this? It's my show. I couldn't even get back onto my own show. It's like
crazy, man.
I can't be mad about it, but at the same point in time, it's like if the owner of a club shows up and he's trying to get into the club and the bouncer at the front door is like, nah, bro, you got to wait at the back of the line.
You know what I think that is, Oz? I think that is the Clubhouse's way of telling you, you got to stop smoking, man. That's what I think's going on there. Yeah.
It might be, but at the same point in time, I'm an addict.
Like they're just trying to help you out, man. They're just trying to help you to kick it. They're saying like, hey, every time that Oz is outside smoking, before he comes back in, everybody jump on and let's just fill the whole screen, and he'll eventually get to the point you got to stop taking smoke breaks. So that's what I think is happening.
It's a good possibility. Good possibility.
Let's see. We got
just turns to vaping because
a few more people jumped in to see us. We got Benny Torres out there, Allison Troy.
Yes.
Hank. Let's see. Steph Orkin is out there. Yeah, we got both Orkins now. And yeah, I think that's everybody. So a lot of folks out there watching. I really hope that Joe can show up. It just doesn't feel like OffWorld without Joe. But
something's missing, right? Yeah, it just feels like something's missing.
And hey, anybody else out there in the OffWorld universe that's in the OffWorld chat, if you're watching this, if you're not doing anything, hop on with us. Hey, hang out. In the meantime, at the start of the show, we do a little thing called pickups. So let's start with that. Let's get old Cosmic Jeff over here. Jeff, what you got for us?
Not a whole lot this week. I was gonna
listen. Okay, hold on. Let me in small in you. Let me move myself over here. Let me even bigger myself. I got to talk. Actually, let me just remove Oz for a second, and let's just double screen this. Let's do big double screen. Here we go. Jeff, this is me talking to you. Okay. 7 days into January 2025. I have not purchased one toy. Okay. I have not made one new toy purchase. I have also bought one book. So my ratio of books to toys purchased this year is at an obscene percentage that nobody would ever expect. Okay.
I think I got 2 books.
Oh, I did buy 2 books. I did pre-order the other book. I bought 2 books and 0 toys. So listen, when I go, hey, it's time for pickups, and I turn it to you guys, I'm living vicariously through you, or as my kids say, I'm living vicariously through you. And I need you to show some fucking toys. Okay. I don't want any of this. It's been a slow week and I don't have my. No, cut that shit out. Okay.
You're going to love this then.
All right. Let's bring Jeff back on here. He's now found some toys that he's going to talk about. Here we go. Jeff, what you got this week?
Hey, so there was a Kickstarter last year, and a con exclusive that started with a K came out, and it was the Imperial Sentry by Savage Crucible. And our good friend, I knew he was going to jump off. Put it on the screen.
Man, if not understanding the assignment was a person.
Hey, it's a toy. You said I can just show a toy.
Okay.
So our good friend in the community, Eric Miller, got to do the master paints on this, and I only bought this to get it signed by him, and I got it signed by him. If you can see on the feet, I got it signed by him.
So instead of leaving it in the package and having him sign the package, you had him sign the bottom of the foot.
Yeah, like Andy. Figure. Like Andy in Toy Story.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you get the replacement feet, and now you're going to take that foot
off?
Oz,
you're killing it. You're killing it here, man.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert.
You're killing the buildup. So, Harbinger Studios, Savage Crucible, decided to do the feet with articulated toes. Everybody knows this, okay? Then they Hey, Collecting Brothers. So then they went back. I don't know who decided, probably Rob Post or somebody in his team was like, yeah, we got to fix these feet. So they came out with replacement feet. They come in these little baggies, and there's no toe articulation. Okay, so I ordered that. Oh yeah, you have to order the replacement feet. It's $1 for the replacement feet, and about $5 for shipping, or for something in shipping. So it comes out to $5 something in total. I got one box in the mail, and I pulled that out, and then right behind it was a second box, and I only ordered one pair of feet, but got 2 pairs of feet. And then I was like, how did they mess that up? They put the same exact label on both of the boxes.
So you got somebody else's feet.
No, same address, my address on it, same tracking number.
So you got naked.
I got naked, so I don't know if I'm gonna be naked.
So now they're gonna send people after you.
Yeah,
like NECA.
What the hell?
Because you got 2.
What am I supposed to do now?
Gotta go message Rob Post and just say, hey, I don't want to be naked here. Do I need to send these feet back? Or are these like what do I do? Do you need another $1 for the extra feet?
Yeah.
Or Trevor said that you got his feet. So
okay. All right. Yeah. So I'll send it straight to Trevor, and then if Rob has any questions,
then you should be good.
Trevor's information.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds
if
like
you're looking for that extra Donatello's lab, it's at Trevor's.
There you go. Do you have any good toys this week?
I gotta no. Oh wait, no, I do. All right.
Eric did an amazing paint job on that, I will say. So I'm not a lizard guy, like a snake guy, lizard guy, whatever. Like even my Ninian, I did the one custom, and I don't have another one, and I don't care because they're not my thing.
See, I'm a reptile guy. I like the reptile people.
Guy.
I like them, especially like those Ninian guys. I think they look great getting slaughtered by barbarians.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very
like
Conan.
The Ninian infantry, I like a little bit more, but the lizard people, I do like them looking like Conan's just going to go full savage on them. And
yeah. If anybody got the chance to tune into my show, which is every other Tuesday night in the Cosmic.
Yeah, it was a technical disaster.
Thanks, Chris.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, it got there. It's slow,
it eventually got
rolling.
there, yeah, but it was a little bit of a struggle.
Yes,
we'll say.
It's always a struggle until we figure it all out. Yeah. That's probably why Jesse was like, "Frack,
you went like
I'm getting the
you
hell
went
out
full
here."
Legion's Lair is what you did. Yeah.
So I've grown a good friendship with Ken Goff of the Glios World. He's the admin or co-owner of the Glios Alliance and the Glios Exchange on Facebook. And he was like, I want to send you stuff. I was like, okay.
That sounds like a bank in a video game, the Glios Exchange.
Yeah, that's the only. So in the Glios Alliance, you can't sell. So you have to go over to the Glios Exchange, and that's when they've separated them. So you can only make sales and trades and stuff in the exchange. So he sent me a box of stuff from Utah to Florida.
Stuff.
Well, that's the best thing about Glios. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And so he sent me some original fade-ins. That's one of them. So Glios originally came in boxes. Then they went to poly bags with a backer card top, kind of like what Chris is doing with D13 Biblical Adventures. And then they went to like Crickle poly bags, and now they've gone to the heat sealed bags. And then I got
I disagree that that's the best part of Glios, though, is how small they are. I think the best part about Glios is hearing Bill from Dorklayer and Steph Orkin talk about it on the Dorklayer show with guests from the Glios community on a regular basis. Tune into the Dorklayer channel every so often to see that. That's what I think is the best about Glios.
That's a good reason. Yeah, I was trying to get on the very first episode, but I got kicked to the curb.
Yeah, listen. Here's the thing: you got to pick your specialty, and you chose cosmic, and so that's it. You're the cosmic guy. I mean, heck, look, it's in your name, you know. So
yeah,
I chose to be the guy that's on YouTube so much that people are sick of my face. We all have our thing. So
yeah. Another Faden, which is in the original color.
That's beautiful.
Color.
I really do like that build. Like every color that I've seen of that build, I love. So
yeah, and then he surprised me with a little bit of Horseman.
Oh yeah. Power Lords, nice.
Don't take it out of that bag.
That is a good cosmic.
So they were even doing collector-friendly backing.
It's a good cosmic connection, if you will, because a lot of the design and colors and stuff from Power Lords have made it their way into Cosmic Legions, which is really cool.
Yeah. So that was awesome to get that this week.
Wow. Oh, cool. Yeah, I need a what's that thing called? Phison? Is that what you said?
Faden.
Okay. Yeah, like if I was to get another one here soon, that's like if I broke my not toy purchasing, that would be what I would want.
I believe there is one Faden up on the Onell store right now.
Do they have one that's like a red and black color scheme?
No, he's purple, I believe.
Okay. I think a red and black one would be cool. Maybe I'll have to get one and just paint it. All right. Well, that's what Jeff's got. It's not bad. Not a bad pull. Oz, see what you got for me.
All right, brother. Well,
help me out.
Still coming off the heels of my birthday week.
Oh,
this was a late birthday present from my good friend Tom over at Tasty Cake on YouTube. That's Tasty.
Hey, we got Trevor one for Shooter. Look at that.
Hey,
there he is.
Hey, everybody. I was going to do my Joe impression. Sorry.
Oh, yeah?
There wasn't enough knife and
What's
stabby.
So. Your video's gone. Oh, there you
go. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, so that?
So I got a
is that Origins?
Origins Cyclone.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I'll be right back. I'm real slow. Hang on. I'm coming back. Hang on.
All right.
All good. Yeah, I missed him when they first did the launch on Mattel Creation.
Or just he's just really slow.
He's got to go get Al Gore to clean out the his internet tubes.
Gotcha.
Al Gore invented those.
That's true. Yeah, love me some Cyclone. Those primary colors together are just striking.
They are so good, and he was absolutely one of my most favorite characters, man. You know, the little spin action. And I got to tell you, I was really, really worried that we were not going to get the spin action because they've been a little lacking on the actions.
Yeah. What was it? Cobra Khan. They didn't even give you like the spritz feature, right?
No.
They gave you like an attachment that went to him.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's got the little blast.
That would be like one of the easiest action features ever. It's just a little squirt bot, a little,
Yeah.
Like, how hard is that?
I got to tell you, I was a little disappointed. I mean, believe me, I appreciate that they're trying to keep the whole pop and swap going with the figure line.
Yeah.
I really, really appreciate it. But some of these figures, the reason that there is such a nostalgic bond to them is because they had all these different action features. And like Cobra Khan was a big one for me because I used to terrorize K-Roll with that thing, running around squirting her with my Cobra Khan. And that's a sentence you probably shouldn't hear, but
probably not.
Right. Yeah. Just, like that was
with my Cobra Khan.
Yeah, that's not something cool. But this guy, he was another one of those ones that I loved, and I like that he's got the whole Earl Norm kind of stylized art on the back with the Fright Zone and Cyclone right there.
Yeah.
Just fantastic overall. Super excited to have finally got this guy in my collection now. It's one of the other vintage, characters that I still wanted to make sure that I got, and now he's part of the collection. He ain't staying in the box though, because y'all know me. I'm gonna open this. I open all of them. So tomorrow he's gonna be set free, and I'm gonna play around with all of his features. He's even got like the little Cyclone power attachments that you can put on his hands now.
Yeah,
that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Okay, so here's my little quick take on Origins. Like, I think that when they first started out, it's they've been doing it with a lot of lines lately. They did it with superpowers, with classifieds, whatever. They start out and they let me get Trevor on here. There he is. Maybe black screen. I don't know. He's having some internet problems, I think. But like they start out with some of these lines and they give us like an updated version of it, right? And then they realize that that's not what people want. They want the more nostalgic looks, right? So then they kind of go back and give us more of the nostalgic stuff. And I think for the most part, the look is the most important thing. But there are certain figures that the action feature is important. So like if it's like, let's say one of the vintage figures that just had the twisty at the waist, right? Just the power punch kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably don't need that, right? But like you're saying, Cyclone, Cobra Khan, like there's certain ones that you're like, the action feature was the figure. Like that's what people, if the number one thing that you think about when you think that figure is the action feature, then it should be in it, and if that means you need to charge a deluxe price for it, then so be it.
Right? Like Thunder Punch He-Man, right? The new Thunder Punch He-Man came out, and all they did was give him the power punch that every single figure in the vintage line had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm glad they put it in there. And they put a little thing so it makes a louder noise when it does it. It makes like a click. But it ain't no damn Thunder Punch.
No. Now they didn't the Origins, the battle armor, they did do the rotating battle armor, right?
Yes.
Which I was happy with, because Classics didn't. And I think
they just gave you the plates for Classics.
Mondo didn't either. They just gave you the plates. So
they gave the barrel, and again they had to sacrifice
Trevor's out.
Pop and swap with like the arms from that, right? Because of the way the barrel mechanic works, they didn't do the pop and swap on the arms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. I will sacrifice the pop and swap ability of that if I can get a more truer action feature. And yeah, like Battle Armor He-Man, like, okay, so my original He-Man and Skeletor, like, I can't remember whether they got chewed up by the dog or I just lost everything. But Battle Armor He-Man and Battle Armor Skeletor were like my definitive versions of those toys. Those were the ones that I played with the most. So like, it was really important that I got those, and I'm glad I did. And I'm glad they had the feature. And they've even upgraded the mechanic, from what I understand, so that it's less likely to
jam up.
Break.
Yeah.
Well, because like it's got the little weird spring in there, and basically what would happen is like the spring would no longer latch after some time because it would get stuck.
You know why I think it's less likely to break now is because we are going outside and playing with them in the dirt and the sandboxes.
Oh, definitely. That's a big part of it too.
We got so much junk inside those barrels to where they just did not rotate anymore. It was just like you would hear them grind when you tried to rotate it.
You took it in the bath with you, and you're playing it with the bath, not realizing there's a metal spring inside this version. So naturally, that's going to rust.
And maybe there is somebody that's still out there taking their toys in the bathtub with them. That's not me.
I'm not going to confirm or deny what I do with
going out in the snow still.
Yeah, well, I mean, snow's just cool. Like I always loved it.
I don't know if you have yellow snow.
Oh man,
that's not cool.
Now, there's snow on the ground. I want to get out every Hoth dressed Star Wars character. I want to get every snow trooper I can out there. I'm going to go jack some kids at from down the street.
All right, Jeff, I want you to take a note of this. Next week's OffWorld, best Arctic themed toys.
Yes.
Oh, that's a great topic, because those are always some of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'll bring Valverse.
Let's get a top 5.
Don't talk about that ghillie suit, the Valve.
From anybody that's on the screen. Your top 5 Arctic themed toys.
I got you. Oh yeah.
I know one of them is. I know one that Curtis will say, and is probably one of mine too.
Well, we'll see.
That's all I'm gonna. That's all.
We'll find out next week. We're gonna whip out our lists and compare.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm with you. So yeah, that's cool. So anything else besides the Origins?
No, that was it. Last weekend I didn't actually get out to go do any hunting, which is why I did open up this guy, and I was showing him off last week that I was going to open him up.
Yeah,
the Gonk droid. Yeah. I didn't know about this. Somebody in the chat mentioned it, but the top part comes off, and you can see his 10 disc changer on the inside.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's totally got like an old school 10 disc changer. And I found out, like, I thought these were like little radar dishes. Those got to be speakers. So this is like the Power Droid boom box.
Party gonk.
Right? Like total party gonk, right? Like, dude, I'm loving this guy. I'm going to see if Jonathan can like try to help hook him up with some music.
Yes.
Hedgehog action. Yeah.
DJ
and
with party gonk.
I was going to say, like, we'll rock him down right next to the Swig DJ booth.
Trevor?
Hi.
Is he here?
Hello?
Maybe.
Can you hear us?
Is he here?
I don't know. Am I
okay,
here?
we can hear you.
Am I
You're
here?
a little blurry.
Oh shit, it's still slow.
Still freezing.
His wife's upstairs playing Fortnite. Using up all
I can hear you, but
are you getting a lot of snow right now?
What is going on?
Getting snow on his stream.
Forget it.
Go get Al Gore out there to clean out your tubes, man. Get Al Gore to clean them tubes.
This is Trevor intentionally sabotaging his internet so he can act like he tried to join and be a part of it.
I think Trevor's favorite Arctic toys are right behind him.
Oh, yeah. The Hawk ones. Yeah, that's good stuff.
So good.
Well,
and
we appreciate you trying, Trevor. We appreciate you trying.
Yeah.
Did want to
this
call
guy
out...
still one of my top.
Oh yeah.
Still one of my tops. Sorry, I'm having so much fun with
this.
No,
you're fine.
We missed you already, Trevor.
Lex joined us. We also had scroll. Saw a few others. Dub3 jumped in. We've got Kenzo jumped in. Henri Yu. And Rhea Black. So yeah, a few more people joining us. So appreciate it.
Did you see the Rhea Blast Origins?
Yep.
I heard there was one. I haven't seen it yet.
We can wait until the event horizon for that one, right? That's one of the things we're excited about.
No, you're fine. You're fine. There was something else. Wasn't there a trailer that we wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Big
All right, well, let me get to my pickups since you guys fucking let me down.
I didn't let shit down, Curtis. I pulled up one of the coolest.
You had one Origins pickup. I mean, it's a cool Origins pickup, but come on.
This is a damn cool one.
All right.
I also pre-ordered a freaking book and a Silver Knight 2.
No, you guys both had some cool stuff. You had much cooler stuff than I will be, or I have purchased this year.
We had toys.
One of the things I did purchase just recently, so did a video on fix and loose joints, right? And when I went to go try to find links for this stuff, I knew Kiki's, like I've only ever gotten it off of eBay. There is like an option on Amazon that you can buy it, but it's like a 3-pack for $34. And I was like, I don't want to, I've only had the same bottle for like 4 years. So I don't want to recommend somebody buy 3 bottles when, they're not going to need 3 bottles. So, but I did see this stuff here, right? Which is supposed to, when you type in Kiki's, this pops up. Now, I will say this is like $18 and it is about a third of the size of a Kiki's bottle. It doesn't look like that when you buy it on Amazon. It looks like, the same size bottle, but it is not. It is tiny as fuck. And it just came in. It does have the, little needle applicator, the little tiny one. It does have a pin with it that you can, kind of break that stuff up with. I haven't tried it yet. I would imagine it's basically the same stuff as Kiki's, but just a much smaller bottle for $18. So I'll try it out. I'll let you guys know if for some reason it just works way better or something, maybe. But if it works the same as Kiki's, it's too much for this size bottle. So just FYI.
Are you gonna try? I got a question.
Yeah.
You gonna try that stuff that guy posted about that didn't come with an applicator bottle?
No, I'm not. I mean, you gotta like buy a fucking container like that. Like what? That's like 1,000 years worth of stuff, and then you got to buy a separate applicator bottle. And no, it's all right. I mean, people have stuff. They're like, oh, well, use this, and I use this, and I use this, and I buy this stuff. Okay, like I said, I've had the same one bottle of Kiki's has lasted me 4 years. So why the hell would I go out and buy some big canister like this that I've now got to store somewhere? I've got to pour into a bottle and then I got to try to find an applicator tip that's going to work for just buy a bottle.
It makes me really wonder, like, how much of this stuff are people using? Like, are you bathing your toys in it, or
I don't know. If it's something that you already purchased, like Steph's saying here, Clear Pledge. Like if you've got Clear Pledge in your house because you're using it for something else, and then you can use it for this as well, cool. If I'm buying Clear Pledge specifically for this, then like I said, I got to find a way to apply it in a really tiny space. I got to find, I don't know that it's worth it at that point. So, but we'll see. I mean, people have different ways of doing it. For me, like I said, that one bottle of Kiki's has lasted like 4 years. But
Caleb Collects 98 has probably got one of the greatest methods right there.
I just
Joe, last week.
Oh, nice.
Talking about this cast iron skillet thingy mabobber. And I ordered it. It came in, and dude, this thing is like, this has got some weight to it. This is heavy duty shit.
Yeah, it's actual chainmail.
So like if I compare that, I got that Kai Lab set, which it's okay, but for the money. But like if I compare it, like this stuff, first of all, the links are smaller on this than it was on the Kai Labs. The Kai Lab links are actually bigger. So this to me looks more to scale, and it's like heavy duty. Like this is kind of chintzy. This is like heavy duty stuff. So I gotta say, I think Joe was right. Like this stuff is cool, and then you can just I guess cut this to the size that you need. Obviously, you need some wire cutters or something to get it to the size that you need. But yeah, that works. And I think, what was this, like $8 for this? And I could probably get
super cheap.
I don't know, at least.
How much of that are you really
six different chainmails out of this for nights?
Like how much of it are you really use per figure? Like, are you trying to dress down something that's naked?
If I put like this one from Kai Labs up against it, right?
If you're just making those gorgets, you can make like 6 or 8 of them.
So like there's the Kai Lab. I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's the Kai Lab one against it. I could probably get maybe 12 of the or at least 9 of these Kai Lab size ones out of this one thing for $8.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, cool stuff. So still no toy purchases this year, but this is going to go on some toys.
No, you're buying adjacent, and that's completely fine.
Right.
You have really
dressing up the toys he already has.
I don't know what this is. It came with this too. I guess
that's just something you wrap around. You wrap that around so that it gives you like something. Yeah, something to hold on to, like a sanding block, essentially.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. You don't need that. You're not going to need that. You just.
I don't know. So I'll probably.
I don't know if you get enough of those, like the pieces of those, maybe you can make like a floor mat out of it. I don't know.
Cast iron scrubber. This is 316 6x6. Yeah, cool stuff. Good. Look back at last week's stream, and you'll see the actual one that I purchased. So
for sure, outstanding. Thank you.
Last but most certainly not least, because one of the coolest things that I've gotten all year long is my George Gaspar purple skeleton from Purple Gang. Hooked me up, and I gotta say, like, this thing is freaking cool. I've seen them messing with this, and when they've been messing with, I thought it had like rubbery limbs. Like I thought it was like one of those. I don't know why, but a bendy. It looked like the poses that they were getting it in and stuff. I thought it had like rubber or gummy limbs. No, this is like fully articulated. Like this thing is cool as heck, man. The only thing, and this is just kind of a little nitpick, but I think it would have been really cool if the jaw articulated. But still, like super cool. Like the movement on these joints, the amount of stuff that you can do with this. Like this thing is crazy cool.
That's some Glyos history right there.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, Darla asked me, she's like, well, where are we putting this? And I go, this is definitely going on the desk. Like this has been immediately elevated to desk figure. Which, before this, it was Legion Builder Tool Skelly, Valiant Knight, and now George Gaspar, Purple Skeleton. So,
how's he look up against the Valiant Knight? Like, I know different sizes, but I just wanted to see. Does he look like he's walking them?
You mean the Valiant Knight, or do you mean like the Skeleton Legion Builder?
He's a wee little man. So
I mean, I know he was Glyos versus Legions. I just wanted to see them both together.
he's like Van sized. So
Van and Jordan. There we go. On the desk.
So, by the way, anybody that watched my loose limbs video, this is the Valiant Knight, and when I shook it, it had like the loose limb. Look at this, nothing.
Beautiful.
This thing ain't going
locked up tight.
4 years of
it is just it is tight. And this is after, I mean, this thing was like the most loosey-goosey figure I've ever had. Like even like the arms, look at it. Like I gotta like push that now. That's the heat shrink tube on the shoulder. And yeah, this thing is just it's awesome now. So yeah, check out that loose joint video if you have any sort of loose joints. But yeah, this thing, badass. Love it. It's great. So
cool.
Yeah. So that's it for toy pickups. Let's see. Checking the chat. Who Left Some Warlock says spit on that thing in reference to the Hawk Tua on your joints. I've never had spit tighten the joints. I would think that would maybe loosen it, but
it depends on how viscous your spit is. Like, I mean, I've had some pretty good spit after smoking, substances that was pretty thick and viscous. So
I am TJ Williams says I just got the McFarlane 78 Reeve Superman. Besides the kind of shiny tights, it's damn good and great head sculpt. I've also got that figure. I have not opened it yet because I don't know if I'm going to get any other figures between now and next week. And so I need to save something to be able to show for next week's show. But I did notice from pictures from people, it did look a little shiny. I was planning on just hitting it with a little matte clear coat from Mr. Super Clear to try to take some of that shininess down a little bit. So just FYI.
Good call. You should get sponsorship from them.
You think?
Yeah. It's like one of your top go-tos.
I love Mr. Super Clear. It's so damn good. I've tried several different ones. There's a lot of, just like the primers, like people will say, oh, this is just like Citadel. This is just like Citadel. It's never just like Citadel. And then there's like all these other, clear coats that people have talked about. And I've tried them. Mr. Super Clear for me all the way. But joining us, maybe, possibly, Trevor Williams. Is this a fake hang up?
He's outside smoking.
It's a fake hang up.
No, there he is.
There he is. We see him on video.
You see him? He's moving. He hasn't frozen yet.
He's like 8-bit, 16-bit.
I don't know about 16.
I don't know what's going on, man. Is it all right? Is it good?
He's getting up to 64-bit.
You're a little pixelated, but it's not bad.
I don't know what's going on.
We can see you, we can hear you. I just don't know how much.
It's got to be. I don't know. Everybody in the neighborhood's got to be watching Wicked tonight or something.
Well, tell him to knock that shit off. You got him.
I'm at 480p, man. All right, I'm gonna shut off my camera. How's that?
Oh, you're gonna Jeffrey Evans us. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do. Now we just won't know if he's naked or not. He's actually just stripping down back there. We don't know.
And now it's spinning, so I don't know. I think we might have lost.
Is he gonna head to bed now?
He's doing that cool move called buffering. I've seen it on Cornhub before.
You know what it is?
Cornhub.
Maybe he hasn't finished his pictures for the book yet, and Four Horsemen are limiting his bandwidth until he finishes his work. like Chris Garwich is in the background, just like shutting it every time he gets on. He's
I'm just picturing it now, like they're his ISPs, so they're throttling his connection.
It's like in A New Hope where they got to turn down the tractor beam or whatever. Like
dramatic sound effect and all. That's perfect.
All right. Well, while we see if Trevor is ever able to make it on, or anybody else from the OffWorld Messenger group that wants to jump in here, or anybody else really that wants to jump in, let us know. We'll send you a link.
I put the word out. Nobody's shopping at. I think they're nervous. They're like, wait a minute, Oz is just randomly sending StreamYard links. Like,
they're
can
probably
we do
intimidated
this?
by the professional of the show.
Who are you sending them to?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know how I like to get around. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know how you get around. It'll be interesting. He pops in.
All right. Well, then
you never know.
Get to Event Horizon. What do we got, folks?
Ouch, Steph. You want me to turn off my cam? Damn.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ooh. Ouch. Maybe she was just saying if we shut off Jeff's cam, maybe then Trevor's internet connection will speed up.
That's like even harsher. That's even harsher.
Maybe if Jeff cam goes off, then Liz will have to come help him fix it, and then she'll get to see Liz on screen. Maybe that's what's going on.
That's what she wants.
Yeah. So what we got? Event Horizon. What have you guys seen? What are you looking forward to? What's coming up?
Do you want me to do Joe G's?
No. Before we get to that, because it'll be quick. Curtis, I'm doing a share screen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to pull that up? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said let's save it for the Event Horizon.
Nice.
Here he is, Origins Rio Blast.
Very nice.
Yeah. So there was a little. People were freaking out, and I was just like, yeah, I'm totally skipping this one because the in-stock sale popped up on the same day that they were saying this guy was going up, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not worried about Rio Blast. I got to get my in-stock stuff. So, but here we have Rio Blast from Mattel Creations. I mean, they got the new articulation. They got the features, the guns popping out everywhere. You got the full gun show. We got the mustache. Mustache is one of the most important parts. He's got the little targeting computer. He's got to look like the Charlie Bronson of Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, every time I see his face, like a lot of people will say Chuck Norris, I'm like, no, that is Charlie Bronson.
Yeah.
No,
period.
I think you're actually wrong as well.
No,
Burt Reynolds?
No, it's Charlie Bronson. No,
Tom Selleck?
Burt Reynolds. No, Burt Reynolds is Man at Arms.
I see where you're going, Oz. But you actually do not have it correct. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go ahead and share my screen real quick because it's really Gideon Heavensbrand. That's what it is.
I was gonna say.
Okay, but I've never seen him hold a gun.
One of these Gideons is definitely becoming a Rio Blast custom using Cosmic Legion's parts with that head for sure. Like hell yeah. How do they not do a Motu tribute Rio Blast with this head? Like, come on.
I also have an alternate for Gideon Heavensbrand head, a more human Unkin.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a little bit more Duncan. So I was just going to bring up some Charlie Bronson here just to show that comparison real quick.
As far as actors go, yeah, I'm with you. But I'm dead on. Gideon. I mean, I ordered 3 Gideons, and one of them's definitely becoming a Rio Blast. So,
nice.
Yeah, but here's the back cover. Is a little back of the card. You can see some Fright Zone fighting the Horde. I dig it. But what I really like, it's both parts of Modulok, but separated, which is cool. right? Because he's one of the figures that just came out recently. But who's this back here in the shadow? Monstroid.
Nice.
The terrible, big, ginormous, like crab monster creature from the Horde. So getting that teased on a cover art. We know how they like to do their teases on these cards. Generally, hopefully, we will get that. But yeah, a lot of people have been waiting for this guy to come out.
Oz, do you like to tease it a little bit?
Oh, I love to tease. Love to tease. You just gotta have that build, that slow build. love. We got the little mini comic action. I want to know who these guys are.
The Brave Star? Do I see
right?
Brave Star?
Like they are hardcore teasing some Brave Star right here, right?
I don't see what's the name?
Is that is that them going after Ace? at the ramen toys. Coming after ramen.
Yeah, they're just going full after him, right?
I mean,
this is really, really cool mini comic. I'm excited to see what it is.
Star Marshal.
It is definitely cool, but it's no Classics Rio Blast. Like the Classics Rio Blast is amazing. So
I mean, the Classics is, honestly, the Classics are peak for a lot of these.
Yeah.
Ooh, a 1/6.
He'd probably have a freaking hat, and then the guns would pop out of the hat.
They
like,
still
instead
got
of just
the
like
classic
over the shoulder with the visor
up on Big Bad Toy Store. Look at this.
What?
Like he's sold out.
Oh yeah, they do.
But it's like they've got the link still up.
But he's still listed.
Yeah.
No, they have a lot of old listings. I was looking at Xylona on there.
Dude, look at that. That dude's jacked.
Yeah, he was great. Again, for the time when he was out, he was definitely peak.
They did.
I'm excited to see what they could do in Masterverse with him, because they've upgraded a lot of like articulation with a lot of the newer Masterverse figures.
Yep.
So I'm pumped to see what we'll find out there. Sculpting's a little hit or miss with most of them, but if they were to do a new Eternia Rio Blast, I think it'd be cool, especially if he had like some actual holstered pistols that he could just like quick draw.
Yep.
I can see it.
All right. What else we got for Event Horizon?
So as of almost an hour ago at 9:00, at spacedOutDesign.com, there was a Glaus drop. They've got 3 different Glauses up right now. They got the Biostorm.
Are you able to share it? And I can pull it up on screen.
I do not have the.
Or do you have the link and I can
pull it up? I'll send you the link.
Are you using a
put it in our private chat, and I'll put the link in our private chat and I'll pull it up.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. We have ways to make the sharing work.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, there's 3 new. Well, we'll just wait. So much easier.
I'll wait.
The private chat on the screen, but that works too.
It's easier because it's on the computer.
There we go.
Yeah, no, this is cool. Let's see. All right, share screen. Here we go. All right, let me try to blow this up a little bit. All right.
Ooh, look at these.
They were teasing the middle guy like about 4 or 5 days ago. Bits and pieces.
What's we got going on there? Down in the bottom situation.
That's a hitter piece if I ever saw one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that was a really weird dong.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I definitely thought it was like the tailpiece to a pipe, and then like you just packed it in the front there where the little space is.
Weird how they shot it.
Oz isn't falling for the banana in the tailpipe, Jeff. So.
Well, if you look at the back of the hand, he's holding something.
No, this one I could tell. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I dig the design though. I'm liking this whole. I'm getting like
spaced out.
No. Was the a Robeast kind of vibe from like Voltron here, mixed with like maybe a little Guyver action? I don't know. Yep. I dig it though.
Exactly.
I dig it.
Imagine this: the one episode of OffWorld that we talk about Glios, and Steph's not here.
Oh,
shame.
Where's Steph? She's just hanging out in the chat.
Steph, you know where the link is.
Yep.
Just gotta tap it. And then,
cool. I love
they teased him last, but
yeah, that's cool.
They were definitely teasing. Look at that tip. I'm digging this guy too. Like when I was saying before about like giving some Guyver vibes, like this guy. You know, again.
Okay, so he's got like one, like whatever that arm is, and then
that's the Thanos arm,
and then it switches out to a regular hand and holding an axe. Is that what I'm saying?
It's got 26 total parts.
Well, yeah. How much of that is like, yeah, you know, like
I was gonna say each arm looks like parts minimum.
Yeah.
But I totally dig it though. Again, this is like the same as that white one was, but it's all purple and red.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool.
Very neat.
Yep.
I'm digging the Thanos arm on that first image though.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, and then I'll do Joe G's.
Sure.
This week they dropped the next Disney Plus series and
Marvel series. Disney Plus has a lot of series.
Disney Plus series. Marvel series, and we're getting Daredevil back. Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Daredevil Born Again.
Mm-hmm.
We got Daredevil coming back. We got Kingpin coming back.
I was it looks
John
like not Foggy. It looks like Foggy got replaced.
Yeah.
No, he's there.
Oh no,
he is he? Lost a lot of weight.
Oh,
you know what? That makes sense.
Different guy.
No, it does make sense because they've also got a contract with that actor. He was on the Mighty Ducks when they were bringing that series back.
Yeah.
He was one of the original players.
Yeah. Yep. He was the original big guy in the first movie.
What is it, Fulton or something?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, with the knuckle puck.
So
I was I loved those Netflix shows. Even Iron Fist, when people hated it, I loved Iron Fist. People in the chat can go ahead and yell at me now. But I loved all those Netflix shows, and
they were so good.
The one thing that I was worried about with kind of Disney picking that up and continuing was that we would lose some of the intensity, like, you know, the really like the fight scenes and you know, people losing limbs and like the just real intensity with it. And I gotta say, from that trailer, I mean, obviously it's just a trailer, but from that initial trailer, it looks pretty freaking intense. It doesn't look like your typical Disney Plus, you know.
Well, it's not
like your it's not Skeleton Crew. It's not the Goonies. It's
if you watched Echo, if you watched Echo or Moon Knight.
Well, even Hawkeye. Hawkeye didn't really tone down when there was action and choreography.
Yeah,
they didn't tone it down. There may not have been as much of it as these series.
Yeah,
but there was
it's not even close in my opinion. Hawkeye is still very much like MCU.
Yes.
Whereas like those original series were a completely different, like, you know, I mean, heck, you watch Jessica Jones and it's like there's a sex scene like every 2 seconds, you know. Luke Cage series was very intense. Like those were
a lot of coffee breaks
than MCU. So while I agree with you that like Hawkeye didn't tone it down from the movies, Hawkeye is not anywhere close to what we've seen in the past from the Netflix.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not like as visceral as anything like the prison Punisher fight scene.
Yeah,
which to me is still one of the best choreographed fight scenes out of cinema.
Kingpin just beating somebody like slamming
with a
door on somebody's head, or you know, like it's
all those series were great. And I'm with you, Curtis. I did not hate Iron Fist. I know there were some problems with the actor in the first series where he wasn't taking the choreography and the training very seriously, but he improved on that greatly in Defenders and getting his second season. So like he realized that he was really letting that down and got backlash for it. So he amped it up quite a bit. And I'm glad he did, because I felt like,
hold on 1 second. Sure. 1 second. Yeah, we're on right now. He finished the photos for the book. So he's allowed on now.
Oh.
You've turned up his Wi-Fi. Okay. All right. Looks like that was from Four Horsemen Studios, and nope, we lost him again. Sorry, Trevor's gone.
Tricked you.
They must have realized that one of the photos wasn't good enough. So
still messing with his internet.
I thought it was worth a shot, but nope, he's not there.
G is saying in the chat, he's saying Defenders was dope too.
I love that. Yeah.
I absolutely love the Defenders.
I couldn't get through Defenders. I fell asleep.
Really?
Jessica
I like
Jones.
the individual series, but when they came together, it was like
no, I enjoyed that.
I couldn't get through the second season of Jessica Jones. First season I got through. Second season was just like, come on, I don't know. It wasn't very good.
As a cinemaphile, or cinephile, however you want to say it. One of the big things that I absolutely loved about what they did with Defenders was just straight up cinematography. Introduced each character with their own specific filters that was very specifically done in their original seasons, where they purposely set up a tone and kind of a color in every one of their seasons, brought that into the Defenders. And then once they were fully formed as an official team, they got rid of the filters. So like you didn't have the purple, you didn't have the yellow, the green, or the red filters on anymore. It was just straight up, no, this is the Defenders all together, so there is no filter. I thought that was beautifully done. It was so good. And although the story was a little weird, I was kind of hoping we were going to get a lot more out of Sigourney Weaver, but she was still badass. in every scene she was in. Like every scene she was in was top notch. Friggin' loved it.
She's the best, or one of the best.
That is a boner in a shopping cart, and I like
it. Yeah. So it looks cool. Looks good. Obviously, a few weeks ago we got the Superman trailer. That looked awesome. I know Oz, you had a great stream with
amazing stream
with Sean and Skelly. And somebody else. There's
Adam Battle Ram blog. He was bringing the knowledge from the old Motu DC crossover comics.
Yeah, it was a great episode. If you guys didn't tune into it, Toy Frenzy, check it out. They looked at kind of the old connection between He-Man and Superman and some of the old comics and stuff, and talked through that. And then they obviously talked through the new trailer and everything. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. So that movie looks like it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Anything else that you guys have seen coming up that you're excited for?
Just count down the days till we get the full announcement. The Necronominus is here. They keep, we've been getting those teases. It's on the water. It's coming over in inflatable rafts.
Yeah.
Well, they dropped that Necronominus video yesterday.
Oh, they did. Ooh.
That was sweet. So I think we're gonna get a couple more of those.
My nips got hard watching that video. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This is the first wave that I pre-ordered from was Necronominus. So I have been waiting ever since Sean and Jesse got me going down this rabbit hole for this stuff. And I remember my sister, she was like, oh, I pre-ordered like 4 things. And then she goes, is it normal to have a pre-order for like 2 years?
Yes.
I'm like, well, from what I've heard with this, yeah, absolutely, because we're literally just, like this stuff isn't even fully in production yet. These are all like samples and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's basically
we got a long way
to order. They show it to you. Let's, they determine their quantities by what people say they want. So,
yep.
Yeah.
And do you want it? Do you want it? Then buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I will say that I think there's also, once the stuff is made, then it gets, over to them. And then there's this log jam at their studio because they don't have a ton of space. In fact, I have more space in my kitchen than what they have for their shipping department for the most part. So
I believe it.
So, and they're sharing a space with the props company. So they only have so much room. And so that's why, people were asking when they started the in-stock sale on a Monday why they weren't starting it on a Friday or Saturday. And they're like, well, because Necro is going to be right behind us and we need the space. And that's the case. If they keep growing at the same rate that they've been growing and you got all these new fans coming in, at some point, I got to think that they got to get their own dedicated space. Like continuing to share that space with the props company is not going to continue to work if you want to grow.
They're going to need a bigger warehouse area.
Like you just look at what's supposed to come in this year and like even on their current, what they've got saying like when things are going to come in, you're like, if they came in at that pace, I mean, heck, just this in-stock sale, they're still shipping the stuff from the first day. They said that on Wednesday that they're still shipping the stuff from the first day of the in-stock. Well, what are you going to do when Necro comes in? And then immediately after that, you've got the Graveyard Skeletons. And then immediately after that, you've got All-Star 6. And then you got Ox Crew 1. There's not enough space and time and people and whatever to turn that around. So that means that they've got to kind of slow things down because you've got this clog in your pipe. I don't know. We brought it up a little bit on our interview on Shooting the Shelf with Jim, and I know even though he's retired now, he's still working with the studio, he's still talking to them about things. And one of the things that he said is he would love to help them kind of broker a deal for some new warehousing space. And I think that would be ideal. And I know they love the people that work at the prop company. They love that space. It's just a cool area. But yeah, at some point you need more room. You just need some more space.
Got to agree.
Do they still do a lot of the co-prop making that they were doing?
I don't know how much of that they're still working on. I think Bill Mancuso still does quite a bit of that, but I don't know, how much of his time is with that and how much is with, their own stuff. A lot of that stuff is very flexible. It's ever changing, like if you just went back, say 3 years ago, they were still doing a bunch of stuff for Super 7. They were doing stuff for other companies. And now a lot of that's slowed down and they're working more on their own stuff. I think the same thing kind of goes for the prop company. It's like, I think some of that just is fluctuating depending on what the needs are. But
because we heard that Cameron and Bill were working on the RPG.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And maybe it's something where they continue to work out of that place and keep that place with the props company, but they get a secondary warehouse space that's just strictly for packing and shipping. Because, I've worked in logistics now for, 30 years, basically. And, if you get a warehouse space that's just a flat dedicated warehouse space, you don't need computers, you don't need, all this extra stuff. Like you just need basically 4 walls and a ceiling so that you can, put some pallets in there, break them down, pack them up and have somebody back up to a dock door and get it. That's a lot cheaper than having a building that you need all this. You need offices and electricity and run to everything. And you need Wi-Fi and you need phone lines and you need all this other stuff is way different than just, I need a warehouse space. So maybe they continue to work out of that place, but they get a secondary, warehouse that just helps them ship stuff. So, but they're also trying to do it in New Jersey, which, it's a very highly concentrated area with a lot of industrial stuff anyway. So getting extra space from anybody is going to be tough.
Yeah. They could always ship it into the Port of Baltimore and I'll run the warehouse. I'm just saying.
Just ship it to Oz's house.
No worries.
I've worked in shipping and receiving my whole life. Well, okay, not my whole life, but a damn big chunk of it.
Yep.
Put myself out there. I'll come work for the Four Horsemen studio. I'll run a warehouse. I'm not trying to cost anybody their job. I'm just saying. We got Port of Baltimore. It's right here.
That's interesting.
I didn't expect to get into kind of a whole, Four Horsemen operations discussion, but I think
we're all ops people.
Yeah. I think the only way that they continue is either you grow your space, continue with the growth that they've had and continue to grow, is either you grow your space or you stop shipping yourself. Like you have stuff, you totally cut out the pre-order process. You don't do direct pre-order to customers. You only go through retailers, and then you can have the stuff shipped directly from China right to the retailers, and then you don't have to mess with it at all. If it was,
but don't do a middleman shipper.
Yeah, like or even if you did a direct order, but you only did all ins, right? You could have it shipped directly from China straight to the customer. I mean, Mondo does that. Mondo doesn't have a on-site US location. You buy a figure for $270 or whatever. They slap a label on it in China. It comes straight to your house, right? Mm. So, I don't know. There's just some issues at their current setup. So I love all the people there. I don't want, any of the people that work in the shipping department to not have a job. But there's also plenty of shit for them to do. I mean, almost every one of those folks that works in the shipping department does something else for them as well. So if you took away the shipping side of it, that would allow them to focus on the other things. You could get some more people working on sculpting or painting or, whatever else that is they're working on a D&D game, So, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I watched this really cool thing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
There was this, you guys may have heard about it. Little show called Legion's Quest that's been going on. A couple of guys.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. Playing around in a D&D game, loosely based in Mythos, with what's going on there.
Hold on 1 second. Before we get too far in that, I did want to pull this up from Jordan. Says he runs a company with 9 storage facilities. He can find space. Well, there you go. You might want to hit up Jim because Jim's trying to broker a deal for some extra warehouse locations.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go to Baltimore.
Sorry. This Legion's Quest sounds interesting. What's that all about?
Oh man, I got to tell you, these guys have been on this campaign to get to this town. They finally get there. Mm-hmm. Now everything's under attack by skeletons. All right. So they got to go wage battle. They have like a 15-minute talk as they're running into this battle. I don't know the logistics on the run speed, charging into battle, having time to converse. But all I know is they wrecked some shit this week. Really, really well. This orc dude was going around bashing skeletons left and right. And, they've really, really had some issues with their paladin getting some damage out there. I mean, I know he's mostly there to be a tank and absorb hits. But I gotta tell you, you know what though, this week he finally pulled off some big moments. It still just set up a total kill for the orc.
I think I've heard of that because somebody was telling me. They said that the orc is just a killer, man. I mean, like he's just taking things out right and left, just racking up kills. And the paladin, even though he is supposed to be a tank and he's supposed to be kind of meaty and absorbing the hits and protecting people, that typically when they enter a battle, he just kind of stays off in the distance and throws a javelin. It's like, what are you doing, man? Get in there, scrap it up a little bit. So I don't know,
but you guys got it.
Paladin have horns? Like,
what's that?
Doesn't the paladin have horns? Like the horns?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
He does, but he likes to just like scratch people with them, like scratch their back, like that kind of a thing is kind of what happens whenever he tries to go with them.
And for those out there saying about spoilers, we have not spoiled anything actually. Like
no, I'm really not.
Just talking about the characters, but there's still plenty, and it's been a lot of fun in all seriousness. I think we're supposed to go again on the 27th or something.
Nice.
You want to answer?
I think we're gonna have a big battle in that one. So
I got him. I'm answering it in the chat. That's our boy Travis, the Mr. Wonderful.
So I would say kind of both. So
yeah, you've done a couple of live episodes.
We've done a few lives. We'll do a few more. Some people like the lives. So we haven't heard anybody that said they don't like the lives, other than Joe Gonzalez, which is our DM. He's not a big fan of it because he doesn't want us to be distracted by the chat, which really hasn't happened. But
I was really good the last time you guys did a live stream because there was a lot I wanted to say and I withheld because I didn't want to pull you guys out of the game.
Yeah. So sometimes it's live, most times it's pre-recorded. You can watch it on YouTube, but it's also on audio format. So if you go to Spotify or iTunes, any of those kind of things, you'll find it. So but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So we'll see what next week brings us, or not next week, the following week. But yeah, we're getting ready for a huge battle. So we'll see see what happens there.
And Travis, if you didn't know, it's on this channel.
Yes, it's on the Let's Go Off-World channel.
Yeah,
but I'm always on the edge of my seat each and every week. Like I've said, it's gotten to the point where I put it on and I'm playing it while I'm like doing dishes, and I've even watched it a couple times over, just listening for fun. To the point where my aunt has really enjoyed it, and there's comedy in it too. She laughs. Like, this week when Cam whirled around and smacked the crap out of a one-eyed goblin. That's not a euphemism. That's literally what happened. So
now
that's kind of getting a little. That's a little bit of a spoiler. That's a spoiler. Well, look, I mean, Curtis. Yeah, look. Who Lesson Warlock is out there with all the spoilers right now?
Yeah,
Curtis is an orc with a donkey named Henry. Yeah. That orc's got a hell of an ass. I'm just gonna say that. Henry is one hell of an ass.
He's a great donkey. I do have I shared this screenshot, this thumbnail with the boys. But this is a new video I got coming up this week. So that's for Event Horizon. I think this is my favorite thumbnail that I've done so far.
That's a lot of people's favorites.
Not only because if you ever have done zenithal priming, this is kind of what it looks like when you've done it on when you're painting it, but also because I dumped flour all over my head to get this picture in the kitchen, and Darla was like, "What are you doing?" Because I got flour all over the floor. So it was quite humorous.
Curtis was actually, he was auditioning for Cocaine Bear 2.
Look at this. We got with us. Kenzo is here.
Hey, Kenny!
What's going on, man?
What's up?
Oh, gotta get the headphones plugged in. What's going on, brother? Glad you could join us. It's a clubhouse invasion of Off-World.
We invading your ass because they always invade Saturday. So
yeah.
No, hey man, it's all one family. It's not an invasion. This is just home.
That's exactly it.
Plus, I heard Oz was disappointing, so I thought I would show off.
Look at that.
There we go.
Yeah. Throw that up there. Look at this. Ooh, that's cool.
Got that
shredder.
Super Shredder, Turtles of Grayskull.
Beautiful.
All right. Hold up, Catcher's pussy.
Nice.
There we go. No articulation, but it doesn't need it.
It's still cool, man.
Yeah.
And then the last thing was a homemade one, but
ooh, nice.
Now who put out that print there, Kenny?
This is from Yurko. Yurko does all the good Motu stuff as far as vehicles. He's the one that did my collector and all that stuff. So
yeah, because that Origins collector sucks.
Oh God, yeah.
Bucket. What do you have yours nearby to where you can show it, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I've seen. In case anybody didn't notice, Kenny is a big Motu fan.
You think?
Heck yeah, that's so much better.
Right now, that's a collector.
And I didn't make it big enough because I didn't have the printer to do it yet.
Yeah.
So I printed. I think I can get them out. I printed my own. He's stuck. I printed my own figures to put inside.
Nice. That's
awesome. I painted them. So it's not big enough now. If I redid it, I could make it in the actual Origin size and fit the figures in there. But I did all this with magnet.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I put a light inside, so with this being a clear front, you can light it up.
Yeah, so much better.
It came out good though.
Origins garbage.
Oh God.
Cool.
I mean, I'm happy they made it for the toy line. Let's face it, because we didn't even get that much of it with the original vintage collection. And
like what they're gonna put out, I'd rather not have it.
Look, it's
like
look at things like you got to look at stuff like the original Attack Track was nothing like what it was in Filmation. Like, you know, they really didn't give us a lot of what we saw in the cartoon a lot of times, right? That the fact that we did finally get that vehicle and it lives up to that expectation from show to toy, in my opinion. That doesn't mean it's great or it's what I would like, because they definitely could do better.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't terrible, I guess. I don't know.
For the price overall, I'm not going to be mad about it. That being said, it was like the first vehicle I didn't get either, just because, well, you know, I've cut back on my Origins collecting a lot.
Here's how bad I think it is. I've wanted a collector my entire life. It might be the vehicle that I've wanted more than any other vehicle in any other toy line. And when that came out, I was like, I am not purchasing that crap. Like, and you know, I would think that I would want one just to have one regardless. And no, it's that bad that I'm like, I just am not buying that. If somebody gave me one for free, I would not. Like, look at that. Come on.
Yeah.
Man. Look at the claws.
Yeah.
Like...
yeah, no. It's just
garbage.
Again,
garbage. So
did McFarlane make that?
You know what's funny is this is one of watch here, check it out. This is one when I did the review for it, I didn't even really talk shit. And with my whole review, I was trying to be, I'm optimistic with it all the time. And I was trying to be optimistic, and I was like, well, you know, for the price, if it's, you know, for $30 and whatever. Mm-hmm. And with my caption, I put just review of Collector. And I told my son, I said, watch how negative the world is. Because I had like 100 views. Mm-hmm. So I changed the title to, is this the worst vehicle that Mattel has ever made for Motu?
Yeah.
And it was a question. And it within 24 hours, I was at like 3,000 views. Like, they were so negative, man.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, everybody was pretty much feeling that. Like I say, I'm glad to see that they put it out there. They did get it out there. It left a lot to be desired, though.
Would you say the Collector wasn't for the collectors, but for the kids?
Well, it was definitely made.
It was never on the shelf, though, either. So, I mean, it wasn't like it went to the racks.
Yeah, it was never made for retail.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. And I got mine early, too, which is like, oh, I got it early. Who cares? It was like...
They don't talk to the community. They don't listen to the community.
No.
Well, they did.
They did with their vote, and then they did something completely different than what people voted.
Right.
They had to do it with their vote, but they messed that up completely.
Yeah.
Messed up. We want you to have a vote, but we want you to pick two.
Nice right.
Really, guys? Really? Like, that is the stupidest thing ever. Because, like I said, from the beginning, I was one of the few people where the snake layer was one of the things that I voted for as like my primary. But there were a lot of people who were like, I want the fright zone. I want the attack track. Like they wanted all this stuff. And then they were just like, okay, the snake layer.
It's great. Yeah. You'll really enjoy it when you get it.
Unreal. It's
I know you, buddy. Like just you are a Motu fan. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna be happy you made the purchase because you got it.
You know, the other thing that disappointed me is it has this, but it's too wonky and heavy to sit on.
Right, like they didn't make a stand
on for it. Stand. Right, and it was just if you put a character inside, there's no way.
It's just all balance.
I don't know. You know, it's cute.
I heard it was a 3-figure carrying case. That's basically.
Pew, pew. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I got nothing. Right. I can't defend it really, but
yeah,
for $30, it's not bad.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I spend it on I have everything else, so I have to kind of get it. So
I'm gonna go with one of those 3D printed ones.
It's a much better way to go.
That's it. Wait, hold on. One more thing before. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you got what are the deluxe figures like $15, $17, something like that?
Oh no, deluxe is 20 to 25. Well, honestly, even the regular figures now are like
more
20
than that. You get a ship. I mean, the price is definitely there. It's just it sucks. So
here's my collector man.
That's cool.
So I took his ship and I made it smaller. I put Trapjaw's jaw on it and then printed it. And then I took those little arms and I put it on his staff. And then I gave him something to put in his collection.
Love that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really cool.
So anyway, so that's all. That's all I got.
Beautiful.
What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I missed a little bit when I was trying to get on the.
Well, right now we're in the section of Event Horizon, which is where we talk about stuff coming up that we're excited for. So trailers for movies, new TV shows, toys that are coming up for pre-order or something like that. Anything else, guys? Anything else that you're excited for?
You got anything, Kenza?
Just Pew Pew, man. Yeah, Rio Blast. I'm excited for Rio Blast.
That's what we started with. Yeah, we were showing that off.
I've got and that the classic vintage version of Skeletor from Masterverse was available at Walmart, and it's coming on the 20th. It said.
Yep.
So
no kid. That's so quick.
Pretty cool. I'm excited for that one. And then
Zodak,
everything
the Zodak vintage too.
Yeah, the Zodak. Yeah, and so anything from EE has been coming really soon. So,
which is crazy because EE used to be the one that took longer. Big Bad Toy Store, it always came in faster and got out. And like over the last year, they've completely switched places. Big Bad Toy Store takes forever now. EE's like on it and out.
Yeah,
I think the moment they changed their shipping price, wasn't it? Like it was like they made it a standard shipping price now with EE that it changed.
Well, and they always have those deals where if you buy, I mean, if you're going to get them anyway, just get all 4 and then you get free shipping. That's kind of what they've been doing. $80.
Well, it makes sense to do the bulk order, and that's kind of what they are, like a more bulk order distributor than let me buy one of each, which is normally why they're like $1 or $2 more. Sometimes they're $1 or $2 less. So
they sell like full waves, full cases. Like,
I gotta remember.
I
gotta remember to start getting my affiliate links up for those because I've got the affiliate, but I never post links.
Oh, and I have to say, I am happy and proud of Mattel that they learned from their Evelyn mistake and they gave us a cape for Catra, even though it's the plasticky, heavy kind of thing, but. Because these figures are so tiny that sometimes the cape might be a little too much for. But I'm glad they did that, and they made her wrist more like She-Ra wrist on the right one. It flexes up and down instead of side to side.
Vertical
Maybe they're just kind of sticking to that with the mold.
Yeah,
but who knows?
I saw on here Andrea said Marvel Legends just dropped some new figure reveals.
Yep.
I don't know. Is that the stuff that's up on Hasbro Pulse right now?
Yes.
Probably, yeah, because they just did a whole. Well, they did a live. No, not that. They just did a live. They did one of their live fan streams today.
Gotcha.
That stuff was released last week or earlier this week.
Let's pull that up and at least look at it then, and then we can talk about the other one. So,
Terrence brought up the Maximum Spider-Man. Which is a very
new line.
The Maximum Marvel Legends Maximum, which basically they're just relabeling their deluxe figures Maximum is what it looks like to me when they did it. It's a very McFarlane styled Spider-Man, and when I say that, I mean like if you remember like Amazing Spider-Man 300, the way that cover is so iconic kind of thing. That's the kind of eyes that they gave him and everything else.
I thought you meant they Jokerized him. That's what I thought you meant.
No. They didn't
Joker. Nightcrawler looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
That was what they had just announced. Those they announced a while ago, and they just put up the pre-orders for them. Like last week, week and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
And that cane right there, I gotta tell you, I need that cane.
That's the next Spider-Man.
I think I have him ordered on Pulse.
I've been waiting for a cane of this style forever. He was one of the spider clones that was highly degenerated. Probably the coolest clone. That's the dude that murdered Dr. Octopus back in the 90s. And a lot of other people too. Like, what if Spider-Man just didn't care about killing? That's that guy. And he's great. But the Maximum Spider-Man that they announced today is really great, except for the Peter Parker head sculpt that comes with it. Looked like he bumped a bit too many lines. He does tweaking. Not. He's definitely tweaking. They also announced a new Marvel Comics line.
Yeah.
And let me see. I'll just try to bring it up here on.
Just go to Marvelous.
I was as we started looking at Marvel Legends, I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't heard anything from Mafex in a while. They were at one point putting out like 2 new pre-orders each month, and I haven't heard anything from them for a little bit. So I don't know.
They teased that they're doing MCU. The first Infinity Saga is going to be Killmonger in the Panther suit.
Interesting.
I saw that today on their IG. And they have...
All right, here we go. I'm going to pull some stuff from Toy Shiz.
Oh, shit. They got their Scarlet Spider right now is 25% off on Big Bad Toy Store. Holy shit. Look at this thing. This is one of my favorite ones as far as the...
Okay, I may need to...
Dude, $78 for that? Dude, that's crazy good.
Nice.
The soft good hoodie.
Yeah, I love that. All right, let me pull this up from Oz. There you go.
Yeah, so this is that new Maximum Series Spider-Man. Like I said, it's basically a deluxe character. They didn't announce any price point for this that I am aware of. But it's got that very McFarlane style eyes in the way it looks. So it's going to be Amazon fan channels. Stay tuned for pre-order. That was one of the big announcements. Right here, the comic series Marvel Legends. So they're going to do a whole wave of Marvel figures that come with these tiny little mini comics. And this is the first wave. So as you saw, you got Dakin, the son of Wolverine, Rom, Space Knight. We got Adam Warlock here. This is probably the most lackluster, in my opinion, of the wave. The Ultimates Iron Man, when they did the whole Ultimate Universe. Yeah, I did not care for that. Got a sweet Miles Morales coming. I'm loving this. He's got like 3 head sculpts. And classic giant-sized X-Men Banshee. So this is going to be a really good Banshee figure for those fans. That was announced. And let me see, because I did remember. Here we go. All right. So we've got the the X Factor version of Marvel Girl Jean Grey. Again, 2 different head sculpts. I gotta say, this head sculpt though looks more like she came from Hydra, but you know, that very classic Marvel Girl style. I dig it. See, look at it, like so angry and so pissed off. It looks like it came from Hydra. And then meanwhile, this one, she looks very happy.
To me, like,
it's probably when she was having a good day.
I would say most times when I buy a Marvel Legend, it's a placeholder until I get a Mafex figure. So it's just like, this will do for the price until something better comes along, because they're not great, but they're decent for the money.
I think they messed up here. They should have done at least 2 head sculpts, one with the Starburst and one without.
With the electric, come off? Yeah. It doesn't look like it from any of the pictures that they showed. It looks like that thing is glued to the face. Now you could probably pop it off. I don't know. I didn't care. I did not care for this version of Electro. I don't know. Just something about it doesn't do it for me.
Better than the blue one.
I don't know. For like a movie adaptation of Electro, I kind of liked it. Right? I liked that. This, like, they're trying to put that retro costume to it, but I don't know. I just feel like I could attack this guy with like a knife or, I don't know, rubber tongs and unplug him. With all the wires around, I feel like I
made a whole rubber suit. Go up against.
Yeah, so he could battle him, right?
Yeah.
This was the highlight of the day for me, because this is a great looking
Spider-Man. But I thought all the villains that they gave Garfield in those Spider-Man movies were terrible.
Oh my god!
So
Paul Giamatti as
Rhino.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Has anybody yet seen Craven?
Oh man,
I think if you put
no,
if you put Garfield in those first few movies that what's his face Maguire was in with those villains, dude, I think those would be like the definitive Spider-Man movie of all times. So
yeah,
his villains in those two movies that Garfield had were shit.
Wait, is this something? Okay. I think that's just something that Toy Shiz did on his own. Because again, for some reason, Hasbro Pulse doesn't like to post this stuff on their own IG. I have to go to other people's IGs to get this stuff, the pictures. Because again, most of the mainstream companies are terrible at marketing to social media.
No, the only guy who does it from Marvel that I see is Mr. Stevie, the project manager for Marvel and Black Series.
This one got here from Amazon before Pulse.
Oh, nice.
Sandar. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, Pulse. I've never understood Pulse. Like you pay for a membership, right? And you order through Pulse, and you're ordering a Hasbro figure from Hasbro, and they're like one of the last ones to ship it out. Like everybody else gets it before you get it, even though you're paying for a membership and you're buying it directly from them. So,
I mean,
but it's free shipping if you're paying for the membership.
I mean, that's the only thing that it's worth. I mean, but you're getting free shipping from Amazon too. So,
right.
I just want to say, if you're paying for something to get shipping for free, the shipping is still not free. Just putting it out there.
Well,
it's one of those marketing tricks.
If you order more than a couple things,
Yep.
Right.
What's up, Big Rig?
Since we're talking about figures, let's talk about some actual good ones. So here is what is currently on pre-order for Mayfex through Big Bad Toy Store. I mean, we all need a Megan, right? Of course. Yeah, no, fuck that. No Way Home Spidey, Zack Schneider.
Wait. Wacky Racers right here. No.
Yeah, is that what you want?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. Give me the Mean Machine with the Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Hey, MJ,
come
on. The goat, baby.
Yeah, Michael.
I'm surprised that MJ, like the pre-order's just not sold out on that figure.
It looks
well. That's the second one. They did the away.
Got to be the shoes
uniform, and that's the home version.
So after you take those trunks off, does he have his Carolina trunks on underneath?
I saw somebody with that took that away version one and took the shoes off of it and put it on a Casey Jones and did a photo with it last year. Oh, so good. The Mezco Casey Jones.
Oh, yeah. Oh man.
See, this is one that I think I'm just going to keep my Marvel Legend because I don't know that I need to spend $100 on a Jubilee. So
I don't know. She's got that bubble action going.
Yeah.
Legends doesn't have the bubble
wired K or
trench
coat, but still, I can't see myself spending that much money on a Jubilee. So,
although that Nate Gray,
I tell you what, this is a great deal here. Like this is
Batman.
He just looks tough, man.
I've already got, they got two versions of this Hush Batman. They got the blue version and then they got the black version, but this one comes with the Bruce Wayne head. So
is that black or is that that's like navy?
This is the blue cape. There's one that has a black cape as well. So
gotcha. No, I like that blue because
this one comes with the Bruce Wayne head. So
yeah, that kind of sells you right there.
Because then you get another figure that's just like like a suited figure or something. You pop that head on there,
right? Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
that is a sweet Batman. Yeah. And for $80, Mafex.
Yeah,
can't go wrong. I mean, one of the reasons I don't get Mafex is just because of the price, right? Like this would blow my entire toy budget every month.
If this wasn't that bullshit movie version and it was more like the classics, Dr.
You don't
Fate,
like the old Pierce Brosnan? Doesn't that come with the old Pierce Brosnan head too?
Does it come with a separate Brosnan head?
I thought it did.
I mean, that might be worth it.
Yes,
to get the Brosnan.
Sure fucking does.
Oh
man,
God.
I just hate that helmet. I like the slick,
looks terrible.
The old helmet with the
with the slits.
Just the two eye slits.
Yeah.
But smooth.
Now this This one I definitely got pre-order. Like, dude, Marvel Legends has never made a good Rogue. Like, this looks phenomenal.
I need to resend that meme that I did. I sent it to Tom. So I need to get another one now that I'm looking at it. I'm like, I need that meme butt again for my
Well, I was just gonna say the Mafex remembered the butt.
Yeah, but that I don't care, man. Look at this. That's
good.
I mean, that jacket looks perfect. It's so good.
As much as I like this, I'd still like to see Outback Rogue with like the big hair.
Like Jesse right now.
Although the Mondo is phenomenal. That's probably my favorite.
I'm kind of like, I like that Outback era Rogue with the big hair.
This
I'm
is
a
my
sucker
other one
for
that
that.
I'm waiting on. Look at dude,
Superboy.
Right there. That's exactly how I'm gonna have mine posed. He's gonna have his back to the shelf.
Thumb on the super.
Check it out.
Like complete 90s shit talking teen boy band looking punk. Like he's got like the sleek boy band haircut, but then he's totally rocking the sunglasses and a leather jacket, trying to pull a punk look.
Dude, that figure looks so fucking cool.
He's
I can't wait for that.
Like that Scarecrow too.
Yeah,
the Hush.
It looks like
I always like Scarecrow.
All right, well, that's it for Mafex.
You were talking about getting the suit. They did have that John Wick figure on there too. So, like you said, you know, get the Batman head, pop it on that John Wick figure with the suit. There you go.
Oh, Super 7 showed, and listen, I normally don't give 2 fucks about reaction, but they showed the reaction Silverhawks in vac metal.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Damn.
And the Micronauts.
That looks good. $100 for the set of 4. I don't know that, I don't know that I need it, but damn, it looks cool. That vac metal is sexy. So
I wish they were the Reaction Plus. Like that would have been more.
Yeah, especially
the Micronauts are Reaction Plus
stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Like how are you gonna have Silverhawks and not have wings? But
it feels a little odd, but they also don't come with like the companion bird either, which also feels odd.
It's not as odd as not having wings at all. Like,
well, of course, it's part of the character.
Silver people.
I mean, look, when I was buying the toys as a kid, they always had the companion bird that clipped on, and I loved it. And they don't have it, and it feels weird.
Yeah.
Like, these are things that, like, my Silverhawks toys need. They need the companion birds. They need the wings. Otherwise, they're just C-3POs with human faces and the wrong color vac metal.
Yeah. Well, I think we've exhausted Event Horizon, which means it's time for This Week in Theaters.
Ooh, yeah.
So
hopefully it'll be a better one than last week.
Yeah, for those of us joining us for the first time, this is where we time travel back in time. We've got our random number generator on between 1982 and 2010, which are normal standard year range that we pull up. And whatever year that we land on, we can walk into the theater in this very week at that year, and we can see any of the movies in the top 10 that were out that week. So here we go. If it lands on 2006 or 2008, we got to spin it again because we did both those last week, and we are not seeing those shitty movies again.
No.
So, 2001. Let's see what we got. All right. Weekly. Let me raise that a little bit. Okay, we are looking for 2001.
The other bad thing about this month and even going into next month, they are notoriously the worst months of the year for the box office.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
It's always a little rough.
Let me see. Is there a way to let me stop my screen share there? I'm going to see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Let's do this one, maybe.
Just at the bottom.
There we go. That's bigger. All right, we're going to January 17th. All right, here we go. Number 1 at the box office this week. We've got
Oz's favorite
dance. I know what Jesse's seeing.
I think Oz had a shirt with that on there, with that cover.
That was Step Up, dude.
Oh,
Channing.
Yeah.
dang it.
White Midwestern girl moves to Chicago where her new boyfriend is black teen from South Side with a rough semi-criminal past.
Wow.
Woo.
And they dance.
Next, we have Castaway. FedEx executive undergoes a physical and emotional transformation after crash landing on a deserted island.
It has a romance with a volleyball.
Yep.
Next, we have Traffic. Conservative judge is appointed by president to spearhead America's escalating war against drugs, only to find that his teenage daughter is a crack addict.
Woo!
Two DEA agents protect an informant. A jailed drug baron's wife attempts to carry on the family business. That is crazy.
Good movie.
We just had this one not too long ago because I remember hitting the couple
Yeah.
of these,
Well, we did
must have been
it was
like
the
4
same
weeks ago.
year, and
Yeah, it must
was
have been like a few weeks ago because some of these were still in here, like Castaway
Women
and
Want.
What Women Want.
Yeah.
Cocky chauvinistic advertising executive magically acquires the ability to hear what women are thinking.
Oh yeah, the elevator scene in that one, huh?
Yeah. Next, we have Trevor Williams.
Whoa, he's
Hey!
clear.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi.
He's so clear.
That's all.
Trevor,
Hi.
That's
Hi.
it. I'm good now.
Guys,
Good night.
Good night.
we're at the movies. Yeah, because we got Crouching Tiger. We just had these.
I was gonna say we definitely did 90% of these movies
I'm
already.
respinning this year.
I'm
So-
still going back to see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon again.
All right, we're going to 1984. That's better. Let's go back to the 80s. We haven't been in the 80s in a while.
Indiana Jones, baby.
so-
Indiana Jones.
1984.
Terminator.
1984.
I was 6.
We're going to
Shut up.
October 7.
I was -1.
All right, here we go.
Me too. Me too.
Number one at the box office this week was Terms of Endearment.
Wow.
Oh, glad to see we went back to the 80s for this.
Follows Hard to Please Aurora looking for love and her daughter's family problems. Next, we have Hot Dog the Movie.
Wow.
This
Man,
was not.
you really.
I mean, if you were high enough, this was pretty funny, actually.
I like Jeff's comment. Yeah, this is like sausage.
Sarkin Banks heads to a skiing championship in California. A teen runaway tags along as he parties and competes with friends. And
Quintessential 80s
it's not
comedy,
animated.
man.
All right, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch that one for sure.
It's
in my
actually
own
funny.
time.
Next, we have Sudden Impact. When a woman exacts deadly revenge on
Clint.
the aggressors who raped her and her sister 10 years earlier, Inspector Dirty Harry Callahan is assigned to the case.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next, we have Scarface. In the
Yeah.
1980s, a determined criminal-minded Cuban immigrant becomes the biggest drug smuggler in Miami and is eventually undone by his own drug addiction.
Only got 2 things in this world: my word and my balls. I don't break them for nobody.
Next, we got Yentl.
There you go.
Jewish girl disguised
Bingo.
as a boy to enter religious training. Who hasn't seen that played out? Next, we have Silkwood. A worker at a plutonium processing plant, Homer Simpson, is purposefully contaminated, psychologically tortured, and possibly murdered to prevent her from exposing worker safety violations at the plant.
And she's the one that gave up the plutonium to Doc Brown. Damn it.
Next, we've got Uncommon Valor. 10 years after his son went MIA in Vietnam, U.S. Marine retired Colonel Jason Rhodes assembles a private rescue team to find American-held POW camp in Laos. Next, we have Angel. High schooler Molly secretly earns a living as Angel, a street prostitute whose only family and friends are the ones that she works with on the streets. She must survive against a serial killer who is targeting people of her profession.
I have to say, as a young
80s
child,
were different.
looking through when I used to go to the movie store and we used to see that box on the shelf, I was like, always felt like, you're younger and you're like, ooh, man, I don't know what's going on, but I like the cover of that.
That's racy right there. Yeah. And again, much different time because you never really see them pull out a movie today for entertainment value of a high schooler working as a prostitute.
Yeah.
No.
Next, we have The Big Chill. A group of 7 former college friends gather for a weekend reunion at the South Carolina vacation home after the funeral of one of their college friends.
Isn't that like the plot of like 20 or 30 different movies? Like they do one like every 2 to 3 years where that's the whole plot.
Yes, and they're Jesse's top 13 favorite movies of all time.
I believe it.
Next, we have Two of a Kind. When God decides to destroy the earth, 4 angels aim to redeem mankind through a young man and woman with their own troubles.
So is this the first movie when John Travolta's an angel? Or is that?
Well, it says between a young man and a woman. So I'm guessing this is before an angel comes down looking like John Travolta.
I can't believe I've never heard of this.
Right?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right. Those are the 10 that we have to choose from. And we are going to start at the top. And Kenzo, you're first. You got to see one of these 10 movies, or I'm sorry, you get to, I don't know, see one of these 10 movies.
Okay.
Which one are you seeing?
I am going to have to go with Hot Dog.
Hot Dog the movie.
Yeah. I could use a good laugh.
He's going skiing.
Trevor
folks.
said it's funny. I'm gonna trust you, Trevor.
Well, get some gummies.
Hey, man! I'll just roll in there with a joint.
I'm on a pain contract, so I have to stay away from.
Are there
weed,
gummies?
but I'll just pop an
Are
extra
they just
Percocet
straight?
before it starts.
Okay, that's good because I'm positive I was pretty high when I
Where's
saw
my
it.
car? So
There you go.
all right, Oz, what are you seeing?
I'm gonna head with Kenny and we'll go see Hot Dog the movie because most of the other ones on here I have seen. I had not seen Hot Dog. I don't know how I have not seen. Just from the plot of the movie, I don't know how I hadn't seen it because it sounds like something I would have watched. But yeah, no, I'm down to go see that, and like Trevor said, I'm gonna go blaze it up.
Okay. Jeff, you're next. We got 2 for Hot Dog the movie so far.
Can we look at the cast of that movie real quick?
Hot Dog the movie. You'll have to pull it up. It's not gonna
There'll be
say
no
it.
one you recognize in this movie, I'm sure.
No, okay.
don't
I
think
wasn't
so.
quite sure if it was
Probably not.
Cusack, because didn't John Cusack did a ski movie?
He did a ski
Oh.
one, but it was not this.
Cast information.
No, that
on
was
the
like
side, though.
Ski Lodge or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah,
didn't
there we
see
go.
that. There you go.
Ski school.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to pay for
Oh,
premium
blocks.
in order to do that. I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Nah,
No, you
it's
don't.
okay.
Do
I
you?
got it
Forget
here.
it,
I got
That
it.
was ridiculous.
There you go.
All right. So, okay, Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, that
yeah.
is the
Right there.
only
There you go.
name you're gonna recognize.
I know
Shannon
Shannon
Tweed.
Tweed. Hell yeah.
And if you don't know who Shannon Tweed is,
Then you didn't look at your dad's Playboys when you were a kid.
And-
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and Frank-
got Playboy.
sorry, I hit see more, and we've also got Frank Coppola.
Seymour Butts.
There's as I'm looking at the cast on Google, there's one guy that his picture that they
James
use is a
Saito.
picture of him as a Romulan in Star Trek.
Right, like that.
Like that's his
That's the
only
only
picture that they could find. Was a
And he's
picture
got
of him
the
as a
Romulan makeup, so you
Yeah.
can't even tell. You couldn't-
So any of you Peter
David
Voigt fans
Naughton.
out there that
Mhm,
really love him as a Romulan, here you go.
I think
All
I'm
right.
going to watch Angel also, just because I looked at the box of that when I was a kid so many times. I think I need to watch that also. So I think
Listen.
I'll go with 2 of them.
We can only see one unless you're going to sneak into the other one, and then you're taking your risk of getting arrested
Dang it!
back in 1980s and
Can't
not
jump.
having anybody tail you out. So,
I'm going to jump.
all right, Jeff, what are we seeing?
Sudden Impact.
Sudden Impact. Okay,
That's a good one.
Number
little,
3.
little Dirty Harry.
Yeah,
All right.
keeping it with
Um,
Clint.
Okay, I'm probably going to get some shit for this one in the chat and probably in the stream, but I have never seen any of these movies before, including
Not even
Scarface.
Scarface?
I have not seen Scarface.
Oh man!
So,
I mean,
oh my god, you never saw Scarface?
No,
Scarface is
Way
overrated. Scarface is
Way
overrated. I'm sorry.
Never
It's
seen
overrated.
Scarface.
movie.
Never seen Sudden Impact. Never seen any of this other bullshit.
Scarface is a fun movie, but yeah, it's.
I gotta say, the one that is kind
Silkwood.
of the one that's kind of intriguing to me is this Two of a Kind. Just Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, and angels and young woman and man with the troubles. I don't know, something about that. So I'm gonna go see that.
It's really hard to pass
feel
up.
good movies.
Yeah, you're gonna want your money back.
Okay. All right. Trevor, what are you saying?
100% terms of endearment. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That is Carrie Fisher's story, though. Basically, her and her mother. Hot Dog the movie is like you know it's quality when you look at the IMDb and there's like 4 people that have pictures in the entire cast, and the rest of the people are just like blank. There's nobody else that was ever did another movie ever in their life. I remember it being funny, but I was probably high. But it's in the vein of those 80s like Caddyshack and Revenge of the Nerds. It's just wacky, stupid. It's basically Caddyshack at a ski resort. That's what it is. So
that's my kind of humor
fun.
anyway. So
and I am not Hot Dogs, but I would go see Hot Dog the movie.
He's not Hot Dogs, folks, but he will see Hot Dog the movie.
It's got Shannon Tweed in it. Now I'm just sitting here looking at pictures of Shannon Tweed on my computer. So
I was going to be quiet for the rest of the show.
The question is, do you watch Angel before Hot Dog the movie or Hot Dog the movie before Angel?
I think you would have to end with Angel.
End with Angel, because then end with Angel.
Unless
that story would bring you down.
You're gonna watch Hot Dog the movie to kind of calm down. So
I don't know if I'd
TJ
calm
Williams
down.
says, "Come on, Hot Dog the movie on the big screen."
Right? Exactly.
So,
exactly. He knows.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And Wholesome Warlock says Hot Dog. Final answer. Jeremy Goubier says Scarface. So
I don't know. Like
Pfeiffer's pretty nice in that one too.
I have never been a fan of Scarface, man. I know people love it. I don't love it.
I think it was overhyped in the different group of people that I didn't really care for, and that was one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah, like people put it in Casino and Godfather level, and it is not. His acting is way over the top in that. It's not great. It's just
It's like a Jim Carrey version of. I mean, he overdoes it.
Yeah,
it's my least favorite gangster movie.
Oh yeah.
That being said, I still enjoy it. It's just that there are much better ones. I will take watching any Godfather, including 3, over watching Scarface.
Well,
Goodfellas.
You can find Scarface, whitewash.
Goodfellas, Casino, like with options like those, Scarface just doesn't do it for me.
But his sister was pretty hot with her big hair. You know, that was
again. I'm a fan of the big hair.
When you're picking Godfather 3 over something, you know that's not.
Whoa,
good, that's
exactly my point.
My problem with a lot of those,
might as well just go eat at Olive Garden.
Like whether it's mob movies or a drug cartel movie, that kind of thing from the 80s, they're all very much the same thing. Like somebody starts off with a really shitty childhood and their parents don't have a lot of money, but then they see these other people that do have money, and then they're like, oh well, cool, if I go hang out with this crowd, then I can. And then they move up and they become something big, and they have all this stuff, and they've got money and all the things they ever wanted, and then eventually something shit happens and they get arrested or they get killed or whatever, and it's like a shitty ending. And it's like,
I don't think that's the plot of any of those movies, actually. I'm not really.
Okay. No, it was definitely the plot of Goodfellas.
I mean, yeah,
like
maybe good fellas, but it was two
Goodfellas.
kids. It was two kids growing up. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
well, it shows you the appeal to the gangster life. Like, these guys are rich, they're powerful, kind of thing. But things came,
it's people you want to see taken down. Like they're anti-heroes. Like you like them, but you want to see them kind of fail.
You end up rooting for them. Like I wanted,
but you don't though.
I wanted Walter White to come out on top in Breaking Bad. I wanted him to just
right. But Walter White was had a referendum on our healthcare system. I mean, the dude needed, like, his life was going to go to shit if he didn't do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get
his friends fucked him over.
But I wanted him to win at the end.
I mean, he got to a point where it was like out of control. But to me, that's like like I get like, ooh man, like there, but for the grace of whatever. Like, like you could get to that point. You know what I mean? Like, and Casino, like you always think, I'll be the guy who could, navigate this system, but you're not. You're always gonna get. You're gonna get taken out. You're gonna get whacked.
That's what I'm saying. I
And
would like
that's
to see that
the
guy
number
come out
one
on top
thing.
one time. Like I would like to see that guy,
But that's
Yeah,
the
works out
thing
for
that I always take away from the people who
Sometimes it
watch Scarface
Mhm.
is they watch it and they idolize Pacino's character in it. And
Yeah, stupid.
literally this movie is about him losing his shit because of this drug.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you say, well, I wouldn't. And it's like, well, then you don't idolize this guy, because if you
The whole
do,
point is him
you
losing
totally
control.
would.
That's- Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like it's
I like
showing
it.
you.
I like it when a
this-
movie can make me sympathetic to somebody who is just morally not a good person,
like
and
where-
I
where-
feel like there's something here that please just turn it around, and they don't. You know what I mean? Like
where are the movies where the person starts doing drugs and it just everything turns out well for them? Like all of a sudden everything just
there's
goes
gotta be
their
one of
way,
Limitless.
you know? It's like-
Limitless. Limitless. was
Limitless.
one.
Yeah, Limitless, that kind of worked out in
Yes.
his favor, but that's about it. And
Yeah.
honestly, he wasn't really taking he wasn't doing coke or anything like that. He
Captain
was
America, maybe Captain America.
That's
I mean,
true.
Captain America was drugged.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yep.
yeah, that's true.
But Limitless, he was taking some Adderall and he came out okay.
You know, the
I
one thing
always
I do
forget
like
the
about
name.
the whole Breaking Bad part was when you get to the end and she asks him, she says, "But why?" And she goes, "And if you tell me it's for the family, I swear to God." And he goes, "I did it because I liked it. I did it." It was like he was this nerdy teacher, and then the power he got from it, and the whole "say my name" scene was like those moments. You're like, "Damn,
Yeah, he's the one that
know,
knocks.
yeah, that's right." Love it. That was such a good series.
I like
I-
sitting people
yeah.
down and having them watch Requiem for a Dream whenever they idolize drug use.
Ooh.
I'm like, let's go watch this movie.
Train Spotting. Holy crap!
Yeah, Train Spotting's
Oh
another
my
good one.
God.
oh
Another one.
Jesus!
The fact that they
will-
made a
Toilet?
sequel, I'm like, wow, really? Did we really need a sequel to Train Spotting?
We did not. No,
No.
Train
Oh.
Spotting is a story unto itself.
The
and it
baby
deserves to be
scene was
standalone.
all we needed. I'm done.
No,
I'm done. We see
Stop
that
watching after
over.
that. I was done.
I
Jordan
love Train
brings up a
Spotting.
good point. Patrick Boyle on the PGG Live series after he took the Gaspar Sausage Super Soldier Serum definitely worked out well for him.
you
Not
go.
so much Patrick Clone number 2, but the main Patrick, it definitely worked out for him. So
Popeye did that spinach stuff. That was
yeah, I
That's
don't
true.
know that that's considered a drug. but
Spinach.
yeah,
yeah, spinach. Huh?
yeah, but it did make anvils and shit on his arm.
Did
Like,
Did you know before it was
like ships
spinach,
where they were shooting cannons and stuff.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some
That's right.
LSD or
Tattoos
something
are
in
moving.
that
Yeah, that's
spinach.
awesome.
Yeah.
Did you know spinach before it was spinach, it was carrots, and they had to change it to spinach to sell more spinach?
Really?
I heard that. I've heard.
I
that,
believe
yeah.
that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
In the comic,
Plus,
comics, it was carrots.
Well,
Wait,
then the carrots.
wait a minute. Why did they care in the comics whether spinach was being sold or not? Did they have a deal with the spinach companies?
No. In
It's
the
big
comics,
spinach.
it's
Big
carrots.
spinach was big
When it
back in the
became
40s, man.
cartoon, they were
Yeah.
selling the spinach that way.
But were the
Yeah.
cartoons dealing with the spinach company? Like who was?
Yeah,
who was
as
telling them
advertisers.
It had to be
Big
spinach.
time advertisement.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
Hey,
like
we got
a paid for
we got an abundance of
sponsor.
this spinach shit, and we got to fucking move it. Like, what are your guys' ideas? And they're
Big
like,
spinach
sitting
had a
around
lot
the
of
table.
power back then,
Yeah.
man. It was
Big spinach. Jolly green giant spinach.
They got a whole marketing table just like full of
they,
people. Like,
they
how are we gonna move-
muscled
how are we gonna
everybody.
move this spinach, folks. We need ideas. All right. I need
Hey, listen, I'm sitting on a whole fucking warehouse of spinach. I gotta move this shit.
That was Goodfellas too.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, we got this pirate, right? All right.
Okay. How about this?
He's got this
We
friend
got a
that's-
rabbit, right? But instead of carrots, he likes spinach.
So this pirate, he's got a buddy. He always needs a cheeseburger.
Lose
Right? He
those
needs a hamburger.
stupid
He ain't got no
kids.
money.
He ain't got no goddamn
for the
money.
hamburger.
Just give him a hat, give him a pipe.
But for some
always
reason, he's
tells
going to
me pay
get the
him
money
later.
on Tuesday. So Tuesday, he'll give him the money for it. Okay.
No, that's awesome.
We got
Right.
two
We also got a lot of olive oil over here too.
Yeah.
So let's work that in somehow.
All right, folks.
Just give him some skinny ass girlfriend and call her olive oil, and then they can fight over him.
If
With
there's a way that you can
Pluto.
work a sweet pea into this situation, that'd be great too.
eating the burgers.
Man, they're
Eating the
just
burgers.
selling salads all day.
That's right. That's right.
Man, that show was all about fucking food. Now that I
It
think
was.
about
It was.
They always make those ads about the NFL talking about. No, that's back in the day. The cartoons were selling.
Think about it. Yeah.
Oh boy,
this shit's funny.
and
True, though.
and this is my
I'm just
favorite
going to
part of
put
the
this
show.
out there for everybody.
Hey, Oz.
Yeah,
Fictional. We're teaching you the history of Popeye and Big Spinach.
of course.
I was
we
just
went
Back
looking
on my
at
ass, big spinach.
Oz was just staring at his screen, and I'm just like, I wonder how many pictures he's looked up of Shannon Tweed so
Let's
far.
look at his glasses.
He's got a. It's just he's going through the Google feed of Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
I can't stop. Can't stop.
I may have gone down a rabbit hole.
Forget about it.
Forget about
Escaping.
it.
Forget about it.
Who you talking to, huh? It's spinach.
Popeye.
Got this fucking spinach right here for you.
This is true.
Blue.
Trevor, you missed pickups. You were here, but you weren't able to talk. You got any pickups this week you wanted to share?
I did. I got this cool little dude right here.
See what you got.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh,
I'm loving this,
very
man.
nice.
This is the best of the bunch, man. They've slowly gotten better and better with every release they've put out. I got a bunch of stuff from our man Giovanni.
Oh,
hang on.
nice.
Ooh.
Get some light on
Ooh.
that. Back it up.
Yeah, no,
There
I'm
we
liking
go.
these.
This one, I love this one. This one's fantastic. Look at that. How cool
Yeah,
is
go to
that?
the side with that one. Oh, I dig that.
Beautiful. Yeah.
With the elf ears.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
And this guy I'm going to use is kind of with my Bestet and
Yep.
do it maybe with maybe an indie thing or something like that. I also got from Josh Brown, got the Robo to paint up. Loving that. And
Bet you
I wanna do
Dylan's going to jump on here in a minute.
Want to do something with this rabbit as well, and I got a painted up pirate hat because I knew I wouldn't have time to paint it up, so I just wanted to create a pirate.
Where's
I wanted to
that
do something
rabbit
with it.
one from?
That Josh Brown printed it, or he was selling it. I know a bunch of people have it, but
GNR was the sculptor.
Was it GNR? Okay, yeah. And I got in art.
Ooh.
Joker
Ooh,
came in.
nice.
Yeah.
Is that your first
There we
art?
go.
No, I got Gandalf. I've got Batman. I've got Paul Atreides. I show you Paul, right?
Oh yeah, we did see Paul's head.
Paul Atreides
Nice.
came in. Incredible. This is probably the best figure I've ever seen from a regular production. It's amazing. And Curtis, you'll be interested in this.
Oh,
Very, very nice.
raccoon noises intensify.
He's already on his way, buddy.
You need to tell me what you need. What you were
Yeah, we'll talk. I'm not in a
Beautiful.
hurry.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Just come back in 10 years. He might ask you for something.
It's incredible, man. I got it like this. I'm telling you, if the tailoring on this thing, if more companies could do this, I'd just get out of 1/6 and get some of this stuff. More of this stuff. It's incredible, man.
A
What
lot
they're
of
doing
the
on 1/12 now
unlicensed
is
stuff.
amazing.
I
A lot of the
can't wait to
unlicensed
see
stuff.
what you
Crushing
do with photographing that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, when I have time.
Whenever
I
you get
picked
time
up.
to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I picked up that Gandalf too. That rooted hair Gandalf, the
found one?
1/12 one.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to pay almost double for it, but I really wanted it. So Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I picked that up. I think that's it. Pretty much.
Because
it.
I saw in the image it had rooted and non-rooted sculpted version. I was like, I hope he gets.
Yeah,
the
the unrooted one is okay, but it's not. I mean, it's not worth it for the money. May as well get the rooted one. So, yep, that muff tailoring is really nice. It certainly is.
He
Everybody
said,
looks good.
"Hero."
It's a good looking muff.
I think that puts us at We don't have a primary objective. Oh no, we did have a primary objective.
I was going to say, what do you mean? I've been depressed all week because of this primary objective.
Mind blown. I'm sitting here getting ready for lightning round. I forgot all about the primary objective. Jeff, hit us off. What do we got?
So thank you, Alexander Deshaw. He sent us this topic for this week. It is, what are our fictional characters' deaths that we haven't gotten over?
Okay. I think we'll just probably start with you, Jeff, and work our way around.
All right. So I have 5. I'm gonna go 5 to 1.
Okay.
My 5th one is the death of Aunt May in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay.
It was just heartbreaking. Like to know that you never got to see the Uncle Ben
Her
of
naked?
that universe.
Oh, no, that's not. I thought you were gonna say her naked.
That was in the wrestler. No Way Home.
Stark and
Gotcha.
yeah. So it was like getting a gut punch a second time because you didn't see Uncle Ben's death and you got it with Aunt May instead, and it was like, that's rough. It's rough.
Okay. You gonna do the rest of your list, or we're gonna go around and we'll come back to you?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. Oz, give us one then.
I'll give you one, and I only need one. Artax.
Oof, it's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
Honestly, like, I can watch all the people die. Don't give a shit. Fuck them. Artax, man. Anytime you put an animal up on screen and you kill them, that gets me more than anything else. Like, really does. Artax was the one that destroyed me as a kid, though.
Yeah, that was a rough one. All right, Trevor, what do you got?
I'm trying to look up his name, but it's in The Green Mile. Michael Clark Duncan's character.
That's a good one.
John Coffey, man. I had a thing for the dumb guy who's like sweet and innocent and stuff. You know what I mean? And he had it was just a great job at acting, and he really made you care for that character. And that was a tough one. That or maybe Tony Stark. Tony Stark is a tough one too.
Okay.
John Coffey. Yep. Michael Clark Duncan. Yep.
Kenzo.
Dude, and on a short thought process, and it may have only lasted like an hour and a half because it was able to be changed. But when Doc Brown got shot up and he died, and you were like, dude, what the hell? The whole time. I mean, I don't know. It's just the way it kind of went down. Obviously, at the end, we know he fixed it. But I really couldn't think of much. When you first said it, the first thought that came to my head was Artax. That was my first thought. And then Oz grabbed it, and I said, "Ooh, fuck!" That would have been my, because that, even when I showed that show to my son, he was like bawling. He was like maybe 5 or 6, and he was crying for like an hour after the show. And it was like, "No, son, at the end, did you see him? And he was running." But I don't. If I think of another one, I'll pop in. But I couldn't really, short notice, and my brain is fried, so I don't know.
Okay.
I can only think of Doc Brown dying.
I'm gonna say, because I'll go in reverse order. I think that's what you said, right, Jeff? You're starting with your lowest and working your way up to your top.
Yep. Unless you don't have that many.
I'm gonna go with Mickey from the Rocky movies.
Another good one.
And I think it hits me hard in 3, but it really doesn't hit me the hardest until the beginning of Rocky 5, which for the most part, I try to, not acknowledge that Rocky 5 exists. But the very beginning, I've talked about this before, the very beginning of Rocky 5, where he's sitting in the shower and he's just like shaking and he's calling for Mickey when his brain's not working and he doesn't realize Mickey's no longer there. That dude fucking wrecks me. So. Yeah. All right, Jeff.
My number 4 was Tony Stark, but Trevor said it already. So I'm gonna replace. No,
I didn't know we
it's
were
all
going
good.
in order.
It's all good. I'm gonna replace it with G1 Optimus Prime.
Oof.
Gosh.
I know that was like the killer for us all back in the day, and it messed us up because they like revamped everything for G2, and yeah, it was not a good time. Not a good time.
Yeah, that was rough.
But
I
then
mean,
Killer-
'cause you're like super young kid too, and you see that, and you're like, man, dude.
Well, it's yeah, like the first time you ever see one of your heroes like straight up die, right? That's
Mhm.
rough. That is
Yeah.
real rough.
All right, Oz, what you got?
Oh man, yeah. Honestly, Artex was the biggest one for me, but like just trying to think of other memorable deaths. I mean, yeah, we got naturally the Optimus Prime death. That was another huge one. Yeah, freaking Littlefoot's mom, right?
Yep.
Like I know it was like early on in the movie, and again, I'm thinking like childhood trauma because as I got older, death doesn't affect me that much anymore. But yeah, like Littlefoot's mom in the first one that really messed me up as a kid too. You know, I don't know if you ever think about this, but we went through a lot of death in our childhoods and a lot of the movies we watched. Like a lot of death.
They had to prepare us to be the tough bastards we are today. So
I guess yeah, desensitizes to it all.
right.
Yeah. I have no
Trevor.
sympathy anymore. So.
Well, I mean, if we're going, how many are we doing here?
Whatever you got.
Whatever you
Okay. All right.
We'll just keep going around.
I'll just go by trauma. All right. I can't remember her name, but have you ever seen Grave of the Fireflies? It's an anime.
Can't say I have.
No.
I have not.
Is that
It is devastating from front to back, and I hate to spoil it for people.
Is that Studio Ghibli?
I'm about to look it up right now.
Early,
Fireflies?
yes. And one of the characters dies in that. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. The
Oh,
whole
wow.
movie is tough, but it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it's a great movie. I mean, it's dark, but it's a great movie.
All right, I
Yeah,
had
and
enough
it's
time.
That
very
sticks with
early
you when you watch
Studio
it.
Ghibli.
It is, yeah.
I had enough time to have another one pop in.
All right.
We
What
didn't
you
mention
got?
Mufasa, man.
Mhm.
Mufasa's death
Another
was,
one,
was
man.
tough to watch. I mean, yeah, same thing. It was early on, but man, and just the way it happened, the way it went down was so just dirty, man. And you're a kid watching this, you're like, what the? How does that happen? Like, oh, you trust and then you're dead, you know? Trust no one. That's what it teaches you.
Yeah. So my next one, kind of a obscure one. I don't know if a lot of people are going to remember this movie or had seen this movie, but it's the movie Cloak and Dagger. The kid plays this video game, and he's got this guy that he kind of imaginary friend that looks like his dad, but they go through these adventures together and stuff. And anyways, it turns out that like there's this whole like, is he real? Is he not real? And he gets killed at one point, and it's just, dude, it's so, because it's like his father dying. It's not really his father, but it's like that, and it's just really rough.
That's with Elliot from E.T.?
Yeah, I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies as a kid. But yeah, that scene is quite rough. So
Henry Thomas.
Yep. Back to you, Jeff.
I had a list going. Where was it?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one, Jordan.
Oh, my next one was Logan. When
Logan.
In Logan, when he's
Gotcha.
just when he's on that rock and he's talking to X-23 and then she helps him pull the log out of his chest, and then it's only when she takes that cross and turns it into an X. It's like, oh god damn.
Yeah. You know, and it's like I think what made that so final too was all the hype and build up of this is the last time Hugh Jackman is going to play Logan. Like this is the last time he will be Wolverine. So like it was really that permanence, because we all know from comic books like they always come back or something like that, which they did anyway.
Yep.
They did bring him back, but like at that time though, he was very adamant about not doing it again, and boom, it was a big deal.
On to you, Oz.
So Macaulay Culkin in My Girl.
Fuck.
That was a
Yeah.
When like she found out and she just broke down because he was out there looking for, I can't even remember what it was she was looking for, but he just got like stung by all those bees.
It was her mother's ring or jewelry.
That was it. Something like that. Something of her mother's. It was very important to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, My Girl is like one of my sister's favorite movies, and we watched that a lot when we were younger. My Girl and My Girl 2. And I gotta say, like, the movies grew on me. I didn't mind because you got Dan Aykroyd in them. It's always a good sign. Jamie Lee Curtis, like, good flicks. But that scene, that is rough to get through. Really rough to get through.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Trevor, you got another one?
Yeah, I mean, aside from big dumb guys, dogs and animals get to me. So I would give it. My brother said it in the chat, but Marley or John Wick's dog.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think John Wick's was one of the worst because it was like a straight up puppy. Like,
that was
I'm
hard.
gonna
That was hard.
tag onto that one since Joe's not here because I know what Joe's one and only answer would be.
Oh yeah,
and that is the dog from I Am Legend.
yeah,
I mean, it's like the only
Shepherd.
thing he has left in the world
Mhm,
that
mhm,
reminds him of past life and his family and everything, and
right.
he's got to put him out, and yeah, it's just
when you hear that dog off screen and it's just hurtling. Ugh.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
yeah, that would definitely be Joe's top answer. So since we're talking about dogs, I figured I'd throw that one out there.
animals are rough. Like I hate that, man. They're so
Because
pure, so
because
good.
they're better than people in most instances. So
Most instances, like any instance,
99.999.
Like, even if like the animal is coming after you to kill you, there's a reason for that. Either it's hungry and it needs to eat. I'm not really going to blame it for that. I'm still probably going to kill it because I don't want to die. But or I've provoked it enough that it's pissed off that it's going to kill me. So like,
Or Cujo.
like it's automatically the animals are pure, right? Like we're the only ones that kill out of spite. Period.
Yep. Kenzo, do you have another one?
I'll jump over to a little bit later on. Maybe was it high school? I think was even though it was like a triumphant death, it still kind of put a little frog in the throat because just the way they did it, the cinematic part of it is Maximus. When Maximus went, it was one of those where that whole scene just really pulled you in, and you're already, and that bastard, he gets a cheap shot from behind. Under the armor and he does what he needs to do, and then but it was kind of happy because he was going home with his wife and everything, but it was still a little bit like, oh damn, kind of got a little bit.
Yeah. For me, and this is the last one that I've got. But it's Yondu from Guardians. I heard you guys say Iron Man. I know there's, Black Widow dies. There's a few others, but none of those really affected me at all. But man, they start playing that Cat Stevens and the fucking Ravengers show up to do the funeral. And, dude, I'm fucking gone, man. I'm bawling like a baby every single time. That whole funeral scene just, dude, I'm done. I tap out. So yeah, Guardians too. So Yondu. Jeff, what else you got for us?
I guess it's semi-fictional because it's a biopic kind of thing. But Moira in Braveheart.
Oh yeah, good lord, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say William.
That's
Hurt,
a
that's not
good
really,
one.
That's not as good as Moira.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Moirin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When,
That's rough.
That's
I don't like his death either. Like it's just so fucking.
Oh, at the end,
like,
yeah.
Not if it was just like a quick death, not so bad. But the way that he dies, it's like, oh god, like nobody deserves that shit.
That movie kills me, man.
Historically, at least he was only quartered, but that's is still it's fucked up.
Also, much of that didn't really happen in real life, but it's a great movie.
Yeah,
that's a good one, man.
Fantastic.
Oz.
So before John Wick, and I was glad actually you brought up John Wick because it reminds me of this. So there's this movie called Red, and it's got Brian Cox in it. Okay. And he's this older retired guy, and this punk kid comes up, like him and his buddies. He's just sitting down by the river fishing with his dog, and he gets, these punks come up and they rob him at gunpoint. They got a rifle, and he's only got like $30. So the kids get pissed and they shoot his dog, and that dog was the last present that his wife ever got him. So like again, it's basically like borderline the story of John Wick before John Wick came out. And like that really hit me. That kind of hit me. Again, it's an animal, but like my dog growing up, her name was Red. So like, like is pretty messed up.
All right, Trevor, you got any more?
Yeah, how many? I got 3 more. I'll go through them real quick.
Yeah, just knock off
I had to remind myself of her name, but I think it's Ellie, Carl's wife in Up. That was a killer scene.
Oh,
right there.
Ooh, yeah,
that hurt.
Yeah.
Han Solo, only because I knew I wasn't going to be able to see Han Solo anymore, and that was the first movie of a trilogy, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's a new trilogy.
Are you kidding
and
me?
Han's gone.
My favorite character's dead, and he didn't see Luke or Leia. Okay, well, he saw Leia. And this one, like, if you haven't seen Of Mice and Men with John Malkovich and Gary Sinise from 1992, oh my God, Lenny. I mean, Lenny in any production of that, but John Malkovich kills that role, man, and he just that is another big dumb guy that just is heartbreaking, man. It's just heartbreaking.
It's the fact that like how he gets put out too, right?
I mean,
that scene is just, I mean,
it's
in any
yellered is what he gets,
Yeah,
right.
In any production of that, it's a killer scene from the book, but like, man, it's that particular one. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's a modern version. I watched the old one with what was the guy's Beretta? Was that guy who played Beretta? I can't remember his name. He was in, but that one. Oh my God, Malkovich is insane, man. He's such a great
one with
actor.
Dennis Quaid.
There was one with Dennis Quaid too. Yeah,
Randy Quaid.
Okay, yeah,
not Dennis. Randy.
Yeah, watch the one with Gary Sinise and John Malkovich, man.
It could have been Dennis Quaid and Randy Quaid, right? I mean, that would have worked.
Probably would have worked.
Quaid boys at it. Like, actually, now I kind of want to see that version, but I don't.
No, I don't want to.
But Randy's the quick-witted one, and Dennis is the not.
Yeah.
All right, Kendall, you got any more?
Yeah, I thought of one more. This one goes into a completely different genre of movie, but you guys remember Ricky? You remember Boys in the Hood?
Oh,
Ricky got the scholarship. He was going to and he was just going to get some food. He had to go to the grocery store. He's walking down the alley, and that son of a bitch came out and took a shotgun to his back. Oh,
right. Yeah. Anytime like somebody manages to like turn their life around kind of thing, and then their past catches up with them like that, that's big.
They pull him on the couch with the plastic on it. It's just like and he's bleeding everywhere, and the mom just loses her mind because same thing. It was like Ice Cube was the little asshole, and Ricky was the golden child, and Ricky was gone, and she starts fighting him. Like it was just, you felt it. That was a crazy, powerful scene right there. Yeah. So that was all I got.
Yeah. That's it for me, Jeff. I think it's all to you now.
Well, Kenzo got me thinking of another biopic, La Bamba, Richie Valens.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
When you're like, damn, you know, those
Well,
young
it's supposed to
up
be
and coming artists.
fictional character though, but that was a straight up historical one with oh man, it was still bad though. Still big impact.
Yeah, to die in an airplane crash.
When you're
When you
scared
didn't even
of
want
it,
to fly.
when
You're like you
yeah.
know, you didn't want to fly. You were kind of forced to fly. You didn't even want to be on this tour anymore because everybody's all sick.
Yeah.
Well, my dad and my dad was a huge Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, and it basically kind of a, you know, very similar outcome as far as that goes. It was one of those things where you just timing, man. You don't know. You don't know when it's your time. Shit.
But my very last one has to be Amazing Spider-Man 2, Gwen Stacy. Growing up on the comics and being like, well, will I ever see this like depicted in real life? Will that come off the page? And then and then they do it. And it's like the moment you see her in that costume, like in the middle of the movie, you're like, oh shit, she's gonna die.
Like, we know what's gonna happen here. Like, I recognize that.
It was more impactful in the comic, though, man. When I read that comic as a kid, I was like, whoa.
You also had a lot more build-up with Gwen Stacy, too. Like this, they gave you 2 movies of development, you know, versus years of comic book development kind of thing. Like, you know,
but that's
tragedy, though, period.
I'm going to go through the comments real quick. We got Wholesome Warlock says Hedwig from Harry Potter. Then he said Optimus, which we covered. Bruce Willis, Armageddon.
A
good one.
That one's a good one.
Ben Kingsley, House of Sand and Fog. I've never seen that.
That's a good movie, man. That is a dark movie, but a great movie.
TJ Williams, Marley and Me.
Yeah, Marley.
Wholesome Warlock, World War II anime from Japanese perspective.
That's Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, okay.
I was looking that up, man. That looks killer.
Watch it.
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Greg says Atreyu, which we hit. I didn't know this one. Honor You says 2012 TMNT. They killed Splinter.
Wow.
Sure did.
So
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
That sucks. Dave's Dimension said I Am Legend. He agreed with that pick. Jordan says Sirius Black was another rough one, and Dobby. So TJ Williams says don't ever watch A Dog's Purpose. Great movie, but too heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah. I wanted to see it, and then I started reading the plot, and I was like, oh, hell no. No.
Dave's Dimension also says Yondu hits hard for me too. My dad, who is my stepdad, was a gruff hard ass of a figure, so every time I see that it hits. Yeah, it's just like how he turns the right. It's like it's amazing, and this is what gives me hope for the DC universe under James Gunn is that he can take these characters that you shouldn't like you should not like these characters, and he makes you care about them, just like Peacemaker. Like Peacemaker's a fucking douchebag.
Oh my god!
He makes you actually care about that character. So
very true.
Like, dude is a straight up piece of shit. But if you don't love him, like by the end of watching that series, like
Apollo Creed, Rocky IV, man,
that's a good one. Brad Johnson put down there Wash in Serenity. Oh man.
Okay.
Wash, yeah.
Never seen that.
Oh god.
Have you watched Firefly?
Jesus.
No.
Oh my god.
No fair.
Well,
I tried. Jesse wanted me to watch it. I tried watching it, and it was just the production quality and effects and stuff were just so bad that I couldn't get into the show. It was like just kept taking me out of it every time I'd see, it's like, okay, that's a coffee maker or that's a whatever. Like it was just like shit that I don't know. It was just terrible effects and terrible props and stuff, and I just like couldn't get into it. But I hear the movie's better. Obviously, it was done later. So
yeah.
But all right. Well, I think that brings us to a lightning round. So we've got 3 lightning round questions. Go through and get your answers. We will start. We'll start with Kenzo on this one and wrap our way around this time, and then we'll go.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, man.
You should be good. You should be good.
Welcome to the show.
Everybody's hearing these questions for the first time except for me. That's the benefit of bringing the questions. Kenzo, most bizarre thing you've ever seen with your own two eyes. So not on TV, not on the internet, but you saw it with your own eyes.
Most bizarre. God. For a lightning round, I'm going to do it really snail-like. I'm trying to.
That's all right. We've had very slow lightning rounds before. It's a misleading title to the segment.
Yeah, bizarre.
You can always skip if you need to. We can come back to you.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll think on it.
All right, Trevor, you got one, or you want us to skip?
I have no idea. I'm going through my life. I've seen a lot of bizarre things, but I can't recall anything right now.
All right, we'll go to Oz. Oz, you got one for us?
I've ever seen.
I'm not going to share it on YouTube because you might get taken off YouTube. So I'll go for lesser bizarre things.
Sure.
And
Oz got so many bizarre things that he's going to his second one, while Kenzo and Trevor are still thinking of their first.
I'm not even like on my second one. We're like really
like number 50.
Yeah, we're low down on the totem pole from some fucked up shit. So bizarre, beautiful, but absolutely bizarre. I watched my son grow from like that little tiny amoeba, like through each stage of pregnancy, because his mom, we had to go in for regular sonograms. So when people like, you don't normally go in like every 2 weeks for a sonogram, which we were. So I literally watched him go from like this tiny little speck, like through the whole process. And it's bizarre watching each and every stage. So literally from the like cluster of cells that they kind of like start out as before they're even like, there's no shape, all the way up into growing into a fetus and into, you know, the baby that is born, the newborn. Bizarre, like absolutely bizarre to watch every stage of that. Like you could see it in biology books, like they'll show you that growth stage, but to actually watch it and then meet that person, you know, and still watching him grow, right?
Awesome. Yeah, good one. Jeff, most bizarre thing that you've seen with your own two eyes.
So it was more bizarre and devastating. But back in the day, we would go to air shows, and my very last air show, I was about 13, 14, maybe maybe younger, maybe 10. And the F-14 Tomcat took off the runway and crashed and burned into a neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
Took out the pilot and the navigator because they didn't punch out to make sure that the aircraft would not hit a more rural area.
Yeah.
And I to this day I still haven't stepped on a tarmac for an air show.
It's a good one. So I will throw mine out there. When I was a preteen, maybe 11, 12, me, my dad, and my brother would go out golfing. We would go usually to a par 3 course, sometimes just to a normal course, but we would go out there and, you know, just spend the Saturday kind of just, you know, hitting around the golf course and stuff. And this one Saturday we were out there and we saw these two kids out there, and they were just kind of screwing around. They were teeing off at different, like jumping from hole to hole and not going in the right order, and like jumping in front of people. They're just doing like weird shit and stuff. And then at one point we hear one of them start screaming, right? And apparently the one was teeing off, the other one was standing behind him and too close, and the club hit him in the face, hit him in the side of the head. and he's screaming. Some old man from the next hole over like went and scooped him up and is like carrying him into the clubhouse. Well, this kid got hit in the side of the head with the golf club so hard that his eyeball popped out, and it was like dangling by whatever it is that connects your eyeball to your head. So here I am, like 11 or 12 years old, and I'm seeing this old man carry this kid that his eyeball is lit, like he's facing up, and he's got one eye facing this way, one that's like facing the ground. And all he is saying, he just keeps screaming, "I don't want stitches. Don't give me stitches." And I'm sitting there thinking, your eyeball is outside your fucking head. Stitches are the least of your concerns at this point. Like, you got bigger problems, Chief. So, but I don't know. Like, to this day, I think about that, and I'm like, how did his brain process those? Like, was the eye still working? Like, as the eye is like looking towards the ground and the other one's here, like,
my God.
it's still sending signals to his brain. How is his brain processing that information? Like,
Shock shuts that part of your brain down.
Yeah, no idea, but it was, let's say, bizarre to say the least. It was pretty freaking wacky. Never seen anything like that before or after. So,
well, I put in. I'm going to piggyback the golf story. So, I was at Arrowhead Golf Course in South Denver, and it's their signature hole that was in the magazines. It was this beautiful par 3 that just goes down. You got the red rocks coming up, and then you got this water behind. And it's, I just because I couldn't think of anything else. This is pretty weird. And I was teeing off, and I mean, I got a good aim at it, and I overshot, and I knew it was going to be gone. So I bladed it. It's flying across. It goes right through and coming over. Well, apparently the guy left his club 2 holes over and was driving back in the cart with his arm on the steering wheel of the cart. My ball hits him right on the forearm. Bounce back, goes right onto the green. I'm about this far from birdie. and I'm
That's
telling
great.
you, like, he stood there and he was like, and then we were like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" He goes, "Dude, check this out." And he's laughing about it. And he's got this just perfect indentation of all the everything was there. But I'm telling you, man, I mean, I'm looking at a double bogey or something, I at least have to re-hit off the tee. And that sucker hit him, and I mean, I was tapping it, and I got
give him an assist.
The only birdie I got all game. He goes, "You owe me a beer for that birdie." I said, "Okay."
That's the least you owe him.
Yeah, it's a little improbable, but it was one of those things where that was, since you said
bizarre.
I go,
Hey,
"Hey, that was
better
pretty
finish
cool."
to how I thought that story was going to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Especially
Keeping
after
it
your
dark.
story, Curtis.
Yeah.
Well, and he just had the one arm up. He was driving with one, and it literally just.
I thought you were going to knock him out of the golf cart.
Other than the one at the prison when this skinny 6-foot guy, this little stocky guy, was beating the shit out of everybody. And in the prison, it's if there's a big fight, you have to wait for backup. I mean, especially if it's in the day hall and everybody's there, you have to wait for, you have to have your less lethal rounds. You got to have everybody ready, first responders. And so I'm in the pod, so I'm waiting at the window, and you're like, "Stop fighting." Ooh, yeah. Stop. Hey, stop fight. Oh, damn. What he was enjoying the fight. Well, this little stocky dude, he's about maybe 5'8", but he's big guy, and he's fighting. And then this little Snoop Dogg looking dude, skinny as all get out, walked up, and he turned to him, and he and the little guy walked up to him, and I'm telling you, he's about 160 pounds wet. He caught him. The big stocky guy that was beating everybody up, this skinny guy walked up, knocked him cold. His wrist turned in, and he just dropped down, and it was like, bah! Because you don't expect that. I mean, this big guy was beating people up, and the skinniest guy on the pod knocked him cold. But The golf one was a better story. So anyway.
All right, Trevor, it's back to you. Did you think of one?
I got nothing. I'm gonna come up with this at like 2 a.m. I guarantee it, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit, yes!"
I
just
Trevor, when you
had
do, text it to me, please.
Yeah, I will. I can't. I just had something, but I can't. I don't know.
All right,
some weird shit, but I can't think of.
If you think of anything, let us know.
Yeah, it'll come to me.
All right, Jeff, we're starting with you on the next one. You can switch lives with one cartoon character for one day, and then you go back to your normal life. What cartoon character are you switching lives with?
Roger Rabbit.
I was just gonna say. That.
Okay, I understand that answer. Oz, no duplicate answers.
Yeah. Damn, missed an opportunity there.
Yeah. Sometimes there's benefits to going first.
Wait. Does Cool World count as a
He's not cartoon, though.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll go with Cool World.
I mean, yeah, if you're talking about the animated part of it, so
yeah. There we go.
All right, Trevor.
If anybody's wondering, look it up.
Well, in the vein of that, in the vein of that, I'm going to go with Fritz the cat.
Yeah, man.
All right, Kenzo, where are you?
So this is going to be funny because now that
Fritz the cat,
all of those combined, and this goes into. So what about? What was I blanked on the name already? Is it? It's the second cat on Heathcliff, the short one with the hat.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
But you know why, right?
No,
I don't know why.
Cleo was a hot little cat there, man. His little girl. That was a good one. If we're going on the same line of why, yeah, I'd have to pick that one after the other ones that you guys already got. So.
Okay, went with like Fire and Ice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dark Wolf would have been cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm apparently not a horn dog like all of you guys.
Oh.
Well,
I was just fitting in. I was just kind of.
I just started it.
And I will say that the question said that you switch lives with them for one day, which means you take their place, but they also take your place.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to choose Scrooge McDuck, because I think it would be cool to have his money for a day, but I also think it would be great to come back and hear the stories of how he interacted with Darla and my family.
Nice.
I just think that would be hilarious. So
how he went around with no money. Yeah. Well, like not the kind of money he's used to. Let me put it that way. That's saying you don't have money.
I don't think he's normally used to having meatloaf for dinner. That kind of thing. So. Yeah. So
in that case, Dark Wolf wouldn't be a great idea because you come back to everybody slaughtered probably.
Yeah.
So that's not
more than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last one. Starting at you, Kenzo. We're working our way around. All right, you need some laughs. You need you're just having a rough day or whatever. You need some laughs. You go to put on a movie that is guaranteed to make you chuckle. What are you putting on?
Kingpin.
Ooh, nice.
Kingpin.
Nice selection.
Absolutely.
Solid choice.
Trevor?
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What was the question? I was thinking of something else. I'm sorry.
You're having a rough day. You need a few laughs. What is the movie that you put in that you know is going to make you chuckle?
I'm gonna go with God. I'm gonna go with the Meaning of Life, Monty Python, or not the Meaning of Life. No, the Life of Brian. Life of Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, Meaning of Life too is good, but Life of Brian makes me laugh every time.
Oz.
Ooh, Cheech and Chong.
Any particular one?
Any of them.
Next movie's great.
Just totally, any of them.
Gotcha.
Goddamn potheads. Jeez. No.
Jeff.
I'm not a big comedy watcher, but I some hit me. A Night at the Roxbury with the Steve and the Butabi brothers.
Yeah, it's Butabi, but that's okay.
What?
He said that's one of the lines from the movie. She calls him Bartabi. Mr. Bartabi. It's Butabi, but that's okay. I'm gonna go Thor Ragnarok. I just fucking love that movie. Like the one-liners, just the start of it. The fact that he's like in that cell talking to the skeleton, you know, and then he falls down and he's talking to Surtur, and he's like, "Surtur, you son of a bitch." I don't know. That whole movie cracks me up. I love it so much. Yeah, it was like the perfect amount of action and comedy, and then it went off the rails when they did Love and Thunder and just went way too stupid. But yeah, Ragnarok fucking cracks me
that was
up.
an interesting one. I wouldn't expect that one for a laugh, but I do see it though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I think it was just like Kingpin. I laughed like the whole movie, and it's like side splitting and.
I don't think I liked Loki until
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and I'm dying the whole movie. Like the whole, like when he's talking to Banner, like, oh no, I don't like the Hulk. I like you better. Like you're the, you know, he does the same thing for Hulk the other way.
As soon as Banner comes, he's talking, you know.
And then like that's what heroes do, and he throws the thing at the wall, and it comes back and hits him in the head. Yeah. Just that movie I crack up the whole fucking time. So. All right, that is lightning round. I think that is it for a show. What do we got coming up? We're gonna start with Jeff. Man, you had a busy week. You had Cosmic Contact, which is your show on Facebook on the Cosmic Cabal on Tuesday, so people can go back and watch that. That's there. You also had Thursday. You were on Legion's Ladies with Liz, the Evanses. Any other appearances coming up? Anything that people need to know about?
Nothing planned so far. Open schedule. So yeah, I'll see you all on another Cosmic Contact in 2 weeks.
On the 28th,
I
believe. Yep. With your new co-host.
I don't know. It depends on his schedule, and like I said on Legion's Ladies last night, I don't make a schedule. I don't book anyone. If somebody wants to join me and talk Cosmic, I'm more than happy to have you on. Just jump in the chat, say, "Hey, bring me on screen," and I'll just bring you on screen. We talk.
Wow, you just made a mistake, didn't he, Trevor?
Yeah.
Because welcome to your new co-host.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I've had you on, Chris, like multiple times. I don't care. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk Cosmic.
Lying by the seat of your pants. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
All right, Oz, what you got going on?
Look. I'm just gonna say I built my entire show based off of what Jeff's starting to figure out now. Like, you know, just hit the go live, and whoever shows up, bring them on with you. Why not? Yeah, so tomorrow night, Clubhouse of
I'm just not going to kick myself out of my own show.
No, totally do it. It's worth it. Tell the bouncer not to let you back in either when you're trying to get back on.
You're not on the list.
Yeah.
See, Kenny's got me. He knows. No. But yeah, Clubhouse tomorrow night. You catch us there. And I know Curtis was just talking about the Frenzy earlier tonight where we did an episode about soups. Mm-hmm. And you know what? People are lucky. They're getting a double dose of the Frenzy this month. We used to do it weekly. We switched back to a monthly show because that's just more convenient for everybody. We're going to be talking about werewolves.
Ooh, okay.
So that'll be next Thursday. We're going to be talking about this big push right now for a lot of different companies doing different werewolves. There's a lot out there, folks, right now.
If I give you a question for Skelly, can you remember to ask him on the show?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you ask him if Wolfman's got nards?
I'm going to show him.
Okay.
I'm going
to show him while we're live.
Gotcha. Okay.
Totally going to do it.
All
totally
right.
going to do it.
Beautiful.
I'm actually going to see if I can pick up some other Wolfmen before we go live and see how many Wolfmen have Nards.
All right, so check out Oz on both Toy Frenzy and on the Clubhouse tomorrow night. So
where do you pick up Wolfmen?
Typically, down on the corner in the city. There's a lot of them that hang out there. You can tell by the hairy legs. They wear the short skirts, hairy legs.
There. Down on the corner, out in the street.
Goo, 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 dripping out my bag. Oh, wait, that's a whole different.
Trevor, where can people find you, sir?
You can find me Sunday. I'll have the 1/6 pack is back. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be revealed by InArt tomorrow. Hopefully, they have prototypes of things. Yeah, including a new, I think the DCU Batman, the Batfleck, some Lord of the Rings, Hobbits, and things like that. So we'll hopefully be talking about that all Sunday. And then Monday, Legions Lounge, we're going to be doing our resolutions and predictions for the year. So,
nice.
Very cool.
Yep.
I got a question. A 1/6 scale Hobbit, isn't that just like a 1/12 scale action figure?
Basically, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify.
Larger, but yeah. I mean,
you can also see Trevor on this channel here during Legion's Quest, playing an amazing, magic spellcaster extraordinaire, and doing an amazing accent too. So,
yeah, that's quite the accent. Yeah.
It's been a rough ride, but you know what, Trevor, I'm proud of you. You come a long way. You're not going down all the time anymore.
Whoa. I don't remember doing that at all. Did I black out or something? I don't remember that at all.
You shared a room with.
I do have to say that you have gotten a lot more at ease, I think, with the character, to where you're throwing in a lot of your humor and like one-liners and sarcasm and things like that, and it's cracking me up. So
yeah, I think with me and Jesse and stuff last week, it was good. It was fun to have like a little time where we weren't like fighting or just walking through the woods and just to talk, because that was fun.
Even like that, the chick at the bar, like the Mrs. Belush's daughter or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
that was fun.
Oh man,
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah,
yeah. Like
he's kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick. I mean, like that's the whole thing. Like he's kind of an arrogant douchebag. Yeah, but yeah.
Kenzo,
nothing like me at all.
No.
Speaking of arrogant douchebags, so I will be. No, I'm joking. So I just did my little video for these two guys on my channel. For these two guys picked up. I do actually. So for the last couple months, I've got a live on Wednesday, about 7:00 Mountain Time. So it'll be 6 on the West Coast, 9 on the East Coast. Same kind of stuff, no plan, no plot. Just if I get some pickups, I'm opening it up, or if I get a cool print, got to show it off. And then of course I'll be joining Oz on Saturdays with the Clubhouse, and that's about it. So just the two. So Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Beautiful.
I tried to tag you earlier and ask how'd them watch hours go last week. By the way, you never gave me a total.
Yeah, you know what? I just checked, and I want to make sure. So I was at 21, I think, or 20. I'm at 2464. So
okay, so a pretty steady jump. I think. I don't know. I think tomorrow night maybe we'll do it again.
And I'm at 924 subs. So I'm that jumped up actually pretty significantly from that.
That was a huge jump.
Because I was at 895. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, I'm creeping up there.
Round 2 tomorrow. We'll do it.
All right.
Very nice. I will just pull up. I can't just talk about it because it's just so much.
Do the schedule again.
So here's the schedule. We talked about it earlier, but this is the 7 days of Curtis that you can look forward to each week. Sundays, Shooting the Shelf with Jesse Arnold on the Just Shelve It channel. Mondays, I'm moving my How'd They Do That segment to Monday. This week we have Patrick Boyle. So I'll be doing that with Monday with Patrick. Tuesday, I'll be trying something new on my Art by Ackerman channel. Wednesday will be the What's on My Desk, where I just kind of work on whatever's there. It's going to be less edited, more kind of the real stuff. This past week, if you watched it, it was a lot of me just fucking up and making mistakes. So if you enjoy seeing that, hey, tune in. But it's not for the casual viewer. Thursday, I'll be trying to go through like either a tool, a tip, a technique, something like that on Art by Ackerman. And then Friday, you see me here on OffWorld, and Saturday I will be on PGG. So instead of 7 days on Art by Ackerman, it's only 4. But you can still see me the other 3 days if you just haven't seen enough of my face and you need more of me for whatever reason.
Let me say, watching you cut wet paint-laden paper was riveting. It was...
Yeah, that was pretty shitty. I had a really rough day that day.
But I enjoyed the anecdote from Mr. Baseball.
You did, yeah? I was wondering if anybody. I got one comment on it, and I was like, I don't know if anybody even likes it. I love Mr. Baseball; it's such a fun movie, but
I watched that.
I don't know if anybody's even going to care about this. So,
Mr. Baseball and Bull Durham, 2 of my favorite old baseball movies.
On top of all that stuff that I just showed, 7 days, I do have a special show tomorrow night. I'm doing a 1,250 subscriber giveaway. I was going to do it for 1,000, but it just kept going too fast. So it's 1,250. But I'm giving away a Waltor 2-pack tomorrow night, a Figure Obscura Anubis, a Figure Obscura Bastet. That's 7:30 Eastern tomorrow night, right before Purple Gang Gang. So you can watch mine, hopefully win a prize, jump right into Purple Gang Gang. I know they've got a bunch of prizes as well. It's a double header of prizes tomorrow night. So yeah, tune in and hopefully you'll win something. So
very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think today or tomorrow is like 5 weeks for the channel. And I'm at 290 subscribers, over 1,000 watch hours. It's been just super fast, and I appreciate everybody that has jumped in and subscribed and liked and commented and all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much. So
very cool.
Awesome.
That's it. Man, I'm just upset that we never got to kick any tires and we didn't get to light any fires. So
yeah.
We had severed eyeballs. I mean, that's
we did. Maybe at least we can get like a dance from Jeff.
Jeffrey is legendary. Prime Cosmic Connection.
Contact, not connection. All right, folks. We'll see you next week on the OffWorld. Later.